to the people, ideas, and institutions that are helping build it. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Republic Summit 2026. Welcome to Great Power India, Nation First. I'd like to now invite Republic Media Network's founder and editor-in-chief, Mr. Arnab Goswami, along with Shri Rakesh Agarwal, IG CRPF, Shri Ashok Kumar, Commandant 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, and Sub-Inspector Rudresh Singh, 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, to please come up on stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as they come up. These are the people on the ground who've earned their accolades, as we request them to please move towards the ceremonial lamp and light it. A final round of applause as Arnab adds his brilliance to the event. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have our brave security personnel whose courage and commitment have safeguarded the nation's journey and transformed a belt which has been a no-go area for decades. For years, they have fought a difficult battle in some of the country's most challenging terrain, displaying extraordinary courage and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a short intro to their remarkable story on how they wiped out Maoist terror.
Armed forces at the borders. You know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरे राजा।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, delicious, healthy, every day.
Armed forces at the borders. You know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrors are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy? Because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy is getting money from somewhere else. The enemy is pumping in money to Maoists to fight our forces. So, deal with that? So we refer to some of these people as urban Naxals. They could be anywhere, they could be around you. How do you deal with urban Naxals?
I would like to say, एक जनरल परसेप्शन है कि गरीबी की वजह से नक्सलिज्म पनपता है, बट मैं कहूँगा कि जो हम लोगों ने स्टडी की है और जो हम लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस है कि गरीबी का जो कारण, नक्सलिज्म का जो कारण है वो गरीबी नहीं है, बल्कि क्योंकि नक्सलिज्म वहाँ पैदा हो गया, इसकी वजह से वो उन एरियाज़ का डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं हो पाया और वो एरिया गरीबी में
Which one? Good evening, welcome to our Global. We begin in this edition of our Global focusing on reports from the UK that Keir Starmer has announced his resignation as Labour leader and will step down once a successor is chosen amid internal party pressure. Attention is now turning to the leadership race, with Andy Berman emerging as the reported front-runner to take over the party. Viewers, after this, we're going to focus on Russia, where the country marked the 85th anniversary of Nazi Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union during World War II, known as the Great Patriotic War. Let's take a look at our top headlines. It's Keir Starmer who's announcing his resignation. Andy Berman emerges as Labour's front-runner for Prime Minister in UK. Russia marks 85 years since Nazi invasion. Putin leads tribute to World War II victims. UK issues rare red heat warning as Europe swelters under deadly heatwave. Climate change concerns are intensifying. And Hyderabad renames US Consulate Road as Donald Trump Avenue, spotlighting India-US ties and global ambitions. Viewers, the United Kingdom preparing for a major political transition after Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced he will step down as Labour leader and resign once a successor is chosen. The decision comes amid declining public support for his government, with former Great Manchester Mayor and Andy Berman now emerging as the clear favourite to take over the Labour Party and become Britain's next Prime Minister. Take a look.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced he will resign as Labour leader and step down once the party selects a new leader, bringing an abrupt end to his premiership just 2 years after a landslide election victory.
Walking up this street 2 years ago was the proudest moment of my life. A new Labour government, the first in 14 years. A page in our country's history turned after years of disappointment and despair. The chance to change the lives of millions of people for the better. That's what I came into politics for. The journey to that point was not easy. 6 years ago, I inherited a Labour Party that was politically, financially, and morally bankrupt. I was told time and time again that my party was finished, that we were consigned to history, that a majority at the general election, let alone a landslide majority, was impossible. But we proved those people wrong, because we changed our party, ripping out the poison of anti-Semitism, restoring trust on the economy, defence and national security, and becoming a party that once again stood proudly with, not against, our national flag.
Starmer said he accepted the judgment of Labour lawmakers who no longer believed he was the right person to lead the party into the next general election. The resignation follows months of declining support for the government. with critics blaming policy missteps and a growing disconnect with voters who backed Labour's promise of change. In a speech outside number 10 Downing Street, Starmer defended his record, pointing to economic growth, rising wages, lower NH waiting list and increased defence spending. Attention is now turning to Andy Burnham, the former Greater Manchester Mayor whose recent by-election victory returned him to Parliament and transformed the Labour leadership race.
I swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles, his heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God.
A veteran Labour figure, Burnham served in senior government roles under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown before leaving Westminster to become mayor in 2017. During his time in Greater Manchester, Burnham built a national profile by championing regional development, transport reform and local autonomy, earning the nickname King of the North. With key figures already rallying behind him and no major challenger emerging, Burnham appears well positioned to become Labour's next leader and Britain's next Prime Minister.
I'm joined now by Nick Newgate, senior British journalist from former BBC World Service journalist, 40 years plus covering Britain and global politics. Nick, this is modern British politics. Keir Starmer won a landslide victory. However, Britain is now going to see its 7th Prime Minister in roughly a decade. At what point do you think this is more about political instability and less about democratic renewal?
Well, I agree with your point. It doesn't look very good. It looks unstable. But you can put a positive gloss on it as well. You could say that the 400 plus members of the Labour Party that took Keir Starmer to victory just 2 years ago are declaring their loss of confidence in him. So that's democracy within the Labour Party. And they've made it quite clear that they think it's time for a change. It's not as if the people at large have reached that decision, though I have to say the local election results in early May contributed to the feeling that Labour MPs need or want a new leader. So I think you can see it both ways. What disappoints me is that the Labour Party seems to be following the Conservative Party, who, as you've already indicated, had a lot of prime ministers within a short space of time. Is this a new trend? Well, it clearly is a new trend, but will it continue? For example, if Andy Burnham does replace Keir Starmer, can we expect him to lead the party into the next general election in 3 years' time? I don't know the answer to that, but I hope that the change now will last.
But what does this also, Nick, tell us about modern British politics? Andy Burnham has been spoken of. You've spoken of him. It's overwhelming favourite to succeed Starmer. But he was not the face of the Labour Party in 2024 election victory. Does he inherit Starmer's mandate, or does Britain now once again risk, Nick, another Prime Minister entering Downing Street without a direct endorsement from votes?
Good point. The nominal situation is that, yes, he inherits the Labour Party manifesto with which Keir Starmer took victory 2 years ago. In other words, and Andy Burnham, if it be he, is in no position to depart from the policies on which the Labour Party was elected to power in 2024. But things have changed since then. And notably, the state of the economy and the challenges, or the pressures on it, I should say. And there's a new issue at the moment, which I would say dominates government in general, and that is money, and especially the conflict between the demands of the welfare state, that's looking after people who are unable to work or who are pensioned and such forth, which is an enormous bill, and the defence needs, expenditure on the armed forces and their equipment, which the Iran war has only made that much more urgent, though it was still considered to be urgent, or it was already considered to be urgent at the time the Russians invaded Ukraine. So that is the big political issue of the moment in Britain. It's spending money on the right things? Have you got enough money to afford to defend the nation? And here Andy Burnham's in a fix, I would say, because he has no more money to spend than Keir Starmer does. So is he going to make a radical decision to switch budgets from welfare to defence? Or is he going to find more money, which means taxes or borrowing? Those are the things that we are conscious, the British people are conscious of as the Prime Ministership changes. As I've indicated, what the Labour Party stands for has not changed. But the situation, and especially the economic situation, has changed. Keir Starmer wasn't able to manage it. Frankly, he was brought down ultimately on his unwillingness to commit to enough defence spending. And we're all interested to see how Andy Burnham, if it be he, will overcome that. Will he find more money?
Yes.
Or will he change the priorities and tell us that defence doesn't matter? I think the British people would need a lot of convincing that defence doesn't matter. It does matter, and it's the number one concern at the moment.
Nick, I get that. But we've all seen Brexit. We've seen the leadership churn. We've also seen the failing public trust, which you're talking about. Now another Prime Minister steps into the same role. Do you think Britain is facing a governance crisis rather than a crisis of just individual leaders? Traditional patterns of political parties and the way they were, do you think the public has lost its trust?
That's a good point. I'm not sure I know the answer. Are politics changing? We could ask that question about the situation in your country, which, as you know, I follow very closely. Are we getting away from the professional politician who spends a long time in office leading the country? That would certainly seem to be the case. I mean, we haven't had a long time ruling leader since Tony Blair at the end of the 1990s, or rather the 1980s. So yes, there is some evidence that what you suggest is true. But again, I would come down on the positive side. Democracy appears to work. If the party lose confidence in their leader, they bring about a change. And that applied to the Conservative Party, and now it seems to be applying to the Labour Party. And I don't know why. Will we ever get back to having a long-term Prime Minister? Your Prime Minister has been in office for 12 years. Ours has been in office for 2 years.
Yes.
Quite a contrast, isn't it? I don't know the solution. I report and record events as they happen.
Yes.
But I'm not a fortune teller or the soothsayer, and I don't know what's going to happen next. I can only tell you, as I did already, that I hope the next Prime Minister, the next leader of the Labour Party, will take us into and possibly bring us out of the next election, or at least we'll get back to the sort of normality that you're suggesting. In other words, longevity of rule.
All right, thank you, Nick, because I think Britain is witnessing a change of leader. But is this a slow unraveling of the political model that has already governed the country for generations? Has to be seen. You did mention India. You're absolutely right. India's on its way to being a superpower. 12 years of Prime Minister Modi, and we're going to take a look at that later. But thank you for joining us. Viewers, Russia marked the 85th anniversary of Nazi Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union, one of the deadliest chapters of World War II. President Vladimir Putin led commemorations in Moscow, paying tribute to millions who lost their life during what Russia remembers as the Great Patriotic War.
Marked the 85th anniversary of Nazi Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union during World War II. 22nd June is observed in Russia as the Day of Memory and Grief, commemorating the launch of Operation Barbarossa in 1941. Russian President Putin paid tribute to the victims by laying a wreath at the tomb of the soldier near the Kremlin in Moscow. Commemorative ceremonies were held across Russia, with citizens and officials gathering to honor those who died during the war. Similar remembrance events were also organized in the neighboring Belarus, which suffered devastating losses during the Nazi occupation.
Все правильно делается в Белоруссии, чтобы молодое поколение не потеряло связь и помнило о том, что их дедушки и прабабушки, что только благодаря их они живут до сих пор.
The Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union remains one of the bloodiest campaigns in the human history. Russia estimates that nearly 27 million Soviet citizens lost their lives during the war, leaving a lasting impact on almost every family across the former Soviet Union. More than 8 decades later, memories of sacrifice, resistance, and victory continue to occupy a central place in Russia's national identity.
Europe, viewers, is in the grip of an intense heat wave, with the UK now issuing a rare red warning for extreme heat. Temperatures are expected to soar up to 39 degrees Celsius, forcing school closures, disrupting transport services, triggering serious health concerns. Scientists are warning climate change is making heat waves longer, stronger, and even more dangerous.
Europe is witnessing an intense heat wave with temperatures soaring across several countries. The UK has issued a rare red warning for extreme heat as temperature threatened to touch 39 degrees Celsius. Authorities have warned of serious health risks, including heat exhaustion and danger to life. Tuesday was the hottest day so far, with temperatures reaching 34.6 degrees Celsius in Surrey.
A heat wave is a stretch of days, usually a few days, in which temperatures are far enough above normal to really cause problems.
Experts say human-driven climate change is making heat waves more frequent and intense.
So the greenhouse gases that humans have been adding to the atmosphere for more than 100 years are warming the climate. And as you might expect, that's affecting heat waves. When heat waves happen, they're tending to last longer, they're tending to be stronger, and often more intense.
Health experts warn that extreme heat can be as deadly as floods, storms, or hurricanes.
We tend to think of deadly weather events as the things that are dramatic and visual, like a hurricane or a tornado or a flash flood. Heat can be just as dangerous and every bit as deadly, even if it's not dramatic, even if it seems calm and pleasant, and the winds are light, and the sun's shining. Those are some of the most dangerous heat days.
Meteorologists say a large heat dome is trapping hot air over vast regions, preventing cloud formation and rainfall.
When you hear the term heat dome, and that's not actually a term meteorologists use that often among themselves, but when you hear the phrase, it's usually people referring to a large mass of hot air that extends not just at the surface, but up several miles, and it can expand over hundreds of miles horizontally. And within that zone, or that heat dome, you've got usually not many clouds to block the sun, so full sunshine. You often have air descending or sinking, and that not only tends to warm the air, but it makes it harder for it to rain.
Experts also warn that high nighttime temperatures prevent the body from recovering, increasing risk for the elderly and those with the pre-existing health conditions.
So it's one thing to deal with a really hot day and get through it, get home, get some relief. But especially if you don't have air conditioning at home, you may be in a heat wave where the temperature doesn't get below 80 Fahrenheit at night, or even warmer. And if that goes on for several days, and inside it's really sweltering, your body just doesn't get a chance to cool off and recover. And so that accumulated impact on your body is really hard, especially on older people, folks with health conditions that are pre-existing.
Scientists say cities are heating up faster and stress the need for more green spaces and cooling infrastructure.
Cities are getting hotter faster because of the built environment. And that's especially true in low-income areas that typically don't have as many trees. So putting in greenery in cities is really important. Putting in refuge centers that people can access.
More than 1,000 schools have either shut down or announced early closures. Several train operators have also reduced or cancelled services due to heat-related safety concerns. Passengers have been advised to travel only if absolutely necessary. The heatwave is a part of a wider spell of extreme weather impacting several European countries. As Europe braces for even higher temperatures, authorities are urging people to stay hydrated, avoid unnecessary travel, and take precautions against the dangerous heat.
India on Tuesday, viewers, dismissed remarks made by Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif, calling them an attempt to deflect attention from Pakistan's own failures. India has also, while dismissing these, has clearly stated Pakistan has their own failures, and they've also very clearly said they're going through crisis themselves. Take a look.
The Pakistani Defence Minister, we have seen some reports on the matter. Such remarks are desperate attempts by Pakistan to cover up its own failings and deflect attention away from its human rights abuses. The ongoing protests in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir are a direct consequence of Pakistan's decades-long policy of systemic economic exploitation, denial of fundamental rights, and administrative oppression. The Pakistani state has responded with extreme police brutality, blocking of essential supplies and medicines, internet blackouts, and use of lethal force against unarmed civilians.
India's maritime outreach in the Indo-Pacific continues to expand. 2 frontline Indian Navy warships have arrived in Vietnam as part of the operational deployment aimed at boosting defense cooperation. The visit comes shortly after India and Vietnam expanded to frontline, also an enhanced comprehensive strategic partnership. Take a look at our report.
INS Udayagiri, a stealth frigate, and INS Kavaratti, an anti-submarine warfare corvette, have arrived at Na Rong port in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. The warships, led by Eastern Fleet Commander Rear Admiral Alok Ananda, received a ceremonial welcome from the Vietnam People's Navy and local authorities. The visit marks the Indian Navy's first major deployment to Vietnam since bilateral ties were upgraded in May this year. During the port call, the two navies will hold professional exchanges, cross-deck visits, and community outreach activities. Senior-level interactions are also planned to strengthen maritime cooperation and deepen defense engagement between the two countries. The deployment reflects the growing strategic partnership between India and Vietnam in the Indo-Pacific.
A road has been named after the sitting American president in Telangana's Hyderabad. Telangana has formally renamed a key stretch adjoining the US Consulate as Donald Trump Avenue. This is a move the state government says celebrates India-US ties and Hyderabad's growing global ambitions. But beyond symbolism, the decision is also triggering conversations about diplomacy, branding, and Telangana's long-standing American connection.
Hyderabad now has a Donald Trump Avenue. In a symbolic and high-profile ceremony, Telangana formally renamed the road adjoining the US Consulate in Nanak Ramgura's financial district. The plaque was unveiled in the presence of US Ambassador Sergio Gore, Telangana Deputy CM Bhatti Vikramarka, and diplomats and senior officials. The move was first announced by Chief Minister Revanth Reddy and has been positioned as a reflection of Hyderabad's growing role in the India-US partnership. Addressing the gathering, Telangana's Deputy CM said America is deeply connected to Hyderabad, not just through government, but through students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and families. Telangana also projected a larger message that its relationship with America is now moving beyond software into artificial intelligence, clean energy, life sciences, aerospace, and advanced manufacturing. US Ambassador Sergio Gore also focused highly on the trust foundation of India-US ties.
The United States is right here in Hyderabad because we trust you. The United States is here because we want to work with you. Our doors to this consulate and to our embassy are open every day because we aim to identify items that will win-win for each side of us. Those individual items will take this relationship to the next level. I first arrived as ambassador 6 months ago, but that wasn't my first time in India. In fact, I first visited India with my family 15 years ago. And I've traveled all over the world. In fact, I've been to 95 countries. And when people would ask me, what are your favorite countries to visit? India was always at the top of the list. And thank you. The reason for that is because every 100 kilometers in India, you get a different country. You get a different vibrancy, you get a different culture, you get a different history. And it is a remarkably incredible place that left a wow impression on me. And since I've arrived here 6 months ago, one of the things that I've portrayed back home to the United States is bringing that wow to the forefront. One of the goals since arriving here is involving India closer with the United States. Again, because we trust India.
But political observers also see a broader strategy, positioning Hyderabad as a global city with proposals already under discussion for roads named after major international companies including Google and Microsoft. But the decision has also triggered a political debate, with critics questioning whether naming a public road after a foreign political leader sends the right message. Criticism is especially important at a time when several US policy positions have drawn concern in India. With Donald Trump Avenue now on Hyderabad's map and political row sparking over the name of the road, Telangana has made Trump the first American president to have road named after him in India.
And coming up after a short break, we get you more details of all that's making news and headlines across the nation. Stay on with us.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार.
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University. चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट.
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे. केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात.
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है.
अरे मेरे राजा,
सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला.
So please settle down now for a day of powerful conversations, extraordinary stories, and defining perspectives. Because the Republic Summit is not merely a forum to discuss India's future, it is a front row seat to the people, ideas, and institutions that are helping build it. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Republic Summit 2020.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे.
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम. AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
Armed forces at the borders, you know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrorists are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy? Because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on the show this evening at 7 p.m. Getting you the big controversy around Bhagwant Mann, the video of Bhagwant Mann that went viral, and the biggest controversy around whether the video was real. Bhagwant Mann's government, did they try to forge a report just to show that video was fake? The story is getting bigger. It could have big ramifications. The burning story in Punjab, we have more details of it, some exclusive inputs. Here are the headlines. Shed collapse in Kolkata, 3 killed, over 18 injured. The BJP says the construction was illegal. The Port Authority says they had given the property to the Behara brothers. It appears that there could have been negligence in the construction, lapses that are now being reported that led to the collapse. Two arrested in the big controversy of Bhagwant Mann government trying to hide the sacrilege controversy. BJP claims Bhagwant Mann government forged the forensic report to make it seem like the video was fake. They say that key meetings took place at hotels with IPS officers. FIR registered against policemen involved in the Bharat Tiwari encounter. Claims emerge that the police officers themselves ordered the firing. More details emerging on the Ketan Agarwal murder in Pune. It appears his fiancée Sia attempted to kill Ketan at least 3 times in 20 days at the same spot with her boyfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, the big story we are tracking on Republic on the show this evening is from Punjab. It's the burning story in Punjab where a video of a man who the BJP, Akali Dal and Congress claim resembled Bhagwant Mann. It began as a controversy over a viral video allegedly showing someone who resembles Bhagwant Mann, the Punjab Chief Minister, raising a toast, holding a glass of alcohol near portraits of the Sikh gurus. Now, those are stills from the video that's gone viral. And the Akal Takht, the highest Sikh body, claimed that the video was genuine. A criminal investigation then followed. And the forensic reports prepared by the Punjab government was used to defend Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister. Now the Gurugram police has arrested 2 men accused of allegedly fabricating the forensic evidence to claim that the viral footage was fake and AI generated. These are the pictures of the men who've been arrested. The FIR contains explosive allegations including coercion, manipulation, electronic evidence and claims of 10 lakh rupees inducement to produce a predetermined report, a report that would claim that it was not Bhagwant Mann at all in the first place. Now, a complainant alleges he was pressurized to certify that the person seen in the video was not Bhagwant Mann. As investigation continues, there are chats. We have the chats, the videos. We'll keep changing the videos. There are chats, there are CCTV videos, and the Congress, BJP, Akali Dal, they've all joined hands is what Bhagwant Mann claims. The story is getting bigger. It could have ramifications. But here's what the complainant said that led to arrests being made today.
जून को 2026 को मेरे पास एक व्हाट्सएप कॉल आई तो अननोन नंबर से बात मैंने फोन खाया तो उन्होंने अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करा कि मैं एसपी जशन बिल बोल रहा हूँ कहते जी एक रिपोर्ट बना दी है तो मैंने कहा ठीक है आप भेजिए डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह भेजिए जिसको भी डॉक्यूमेंट वगैरह मैं देख लेता हूँ फिर उसके बाद ही आपको बात करें क्योंकि डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है एक वीडियो है वीडियो मैंने कौन सी वीडियो कहते अभी जो बहुत वायरल हो रखी है जिसमें भगवंत मान वगैरह दिखाए गए हैं वो उस पे डीएलपी वगैरह का कोई ऐसा वीडियो था तो मैंने कहा जी मैं तो डिजिटल ऑडियो वीडियो का एक्सपर्ट नहीं हूँ और मैं ऑडियो वीडियो के ऊपर रिपोर्ट नहीं दे सकता तो उनका ये था कि कहते कोई बात नहीं तुम्हारी मौन में होते हैं फॉरेंसिक्स पर तुम किसी का वो दो ठीक है काम करना है अपने ये ठीक है और अच्छी मात्रा में पैसे मिले फिर होटल क्राउन प्लाजा का गुड़गांव में उसी टाइम एसपी जशन बिल पहुंचे उसी टाइम ही मैं पहुंचा था पहले रिसेप्शन पे मिले तो उन्होंने कहा कि चलो आगे में चलते हैं मुझे बैठ के बात करते हैं तो नंबर 3000 था उनका तो उसमें 3000 में दे तो क्या पे ऐसे करके रिपोर्ट बनानी है भगवंत मान जी के फेवर में और उसमें जो दूसरे वो लोग हैं उनके पास 2 रिपोर्ट है कि जो रिपोर्ट है एआई जनरेटेड नहीं है मैंने कहा सर ऐसा मेरे को नॉलेज नहीं है मैं रिपोर्ट नहीं बना सकता जो भी इंसान है उसको आपको पेन ड्राइव वगैरह देनी पड़ेगी वो देखेगा उस हिसाब से रिपोर्ट बनेगी
And Bhagwant Mann, the man in the center of the controversy today, put out a video to defend himself, claiming that this was a big political conspiracy being hatched by the BJP, Congress and Akali Dal. Basically, he said everybody in Punjab outside of his party was against him. This was his defense.
ਅਸੀਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਫੋਰੈਂਸਿਕ ਲੈਬ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਂਚ ਕਰਾਈ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਫੋਰੈਂਸਿਕ ਲੈਬ ਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਨੇ ਹਮਲਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਕਾਲੀ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਕਾਂਗਰਸੀ ਤਿੰਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਹੁਣ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਵਾਲਾ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਲਟਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਕਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਜਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਲੋਕ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਂਭੇ ਦੇਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਲੋਕ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਕਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਘਟੀਆ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੈਬਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ FIR ਦਾ ਡਰ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਟੌਰਚਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਡਰਾਵਾ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਕਹਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਦੋ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਲਏ ਸੀ ਅੱਜ ਤਾਂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਫਰਜ਼ੀ ਬਣਾ ਦੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਬ ਚੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਫਰਜ਼ੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਬ ਚੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਅਸਲੀ
Now, here is the video, the CCTV video and the digital evidence that was claimed by the BJP. And in fact, even the Akali Dal is putting out parts of the video and claiming that some of the people seen in this video. Now, what you see in this video are people associated to the Punjab government, IPS officers, officials meeting at a hotel. They've also put out details of the room number where the officials stayed, the name of the hotel, and the details of the meeting that took place. They claim that in this video, police officials met with forensic experts. Police officials, forensic experts, trying to strike a deal on preparing a report that would give Bhagwant Mann the clean chit. We spoke to the BJP Delhi Minister Manjinder Singh Sirsa, spoke to Republic on why this could be one of the biggest controversies in Punjab. Listen in.
Bhagwant Mann is unable to explain even in today's press conference that who was Swapan Sharma, why did Swapan Sharma went up to Gurgaon, stayed in a hotel along with one Jashandeep Singh, another SP IPS officer. They called one Jaspreet Singh to get a forensic report. Jaspreet Singh said that I do not have a video forensic, I just have a forensic expertise for documents. But they said कि आप हमारे लिए ऐसी report बना दो. The entire sequence during the report, the conversation between the Jashandeep and Jaspreet Singh is totally in the public domain. The WhatsApp are in the public domain. आप पढ़े उन WhatsApp में क्या लिखा हुआ है कि भगवंत मान जी को आप लिख दो कि चीफ मिनिस्टर भगवंत मान ये नहीं है, हमने पब्लिक डोमेन से उनकी फोटो उठा के मैच करी है, आप इस रिपोर्ट में ये लिख दो, इसमें से आप ये लाइनें काट दो, इसको हाईलाइट करके क्लीन चिट दे दो. तो अगर फोरेंसिक ने काम किया है तो फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट बता दे किस कहाँ की आई है, बता दे किसने फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट दी है, कौन सी फोरेंसिक एजेंसी ने दी है. जब फोरेंसिक करने वाला ही कह रहा है कि मेरे से 10 लाख रुपया दे के वीडियो सामने है होटल की, जिस होटल में डील हो रही है उसकी सीसीटीवी फुटेज आपके सामने चलाने को पब्लिक डोमेन में है, और वहाँ के जो कमिश्नर पुलिस हैं स्वपन शर्मा, वो वहाँ पर गुड़गांव जाते हैं, होटल में रहते हैं, होटल का रिकॉर्ड है, वीडियो है, पैसे के लेन देन का रिकॉर्ड है, चैट के स्क्रीनशॉट है, जिसने रिपोर्ट बनाई वो सामने कह रहा है, और जिसने बनाई वो ये भी बता रहा है कि मेरी फोरेंसिक लेबोरेटरी नहीं है. तो ये सारी चीजों का भगवंत मान क्यों नहीं जवाब दे रहे?
तो आप ये कह रहे
क्यों जवाब नहीं दे रहे इसका?
तो आपका कहने का मतलब ये है कि ये जो वीडियो है, कंट्रोवर्शियल वीडियो, वो भगवंत मान ही है उस वीडियो में. यू आर श्योर इट्स भगवंत मान इन दैट वीडियो?
नहीं, देखिए मैं पहले आपको बताना हूं, इस वीडियो आपको थोड़ा सा इसकी बैकग्राउंड में जाना पड़ेगा ताकि आप अपने लोगों को सही खबर बता पाएं. ये वीडियो 5 जनवरी को अकाल तख्त के जथेदार ने भगवंत मान को बुलाया था और उनको कहा था कि आपकी वीडियो सामने आई है जो गुरु साहिबानों के स्वरूप की बेअदबी करते हुए, शराब डालते हुए आई है. उन्होंने कहा कि ये AI से बनाई हुई जनरेटेड वीडियो, मेरी वीडियो नहीं है. जथेदार अकाल तख्त साहब ने उनको कहा कि आप 2 लेबोरेटरीज का नाम दे दिए फोरेंसिक, हम इसकी जांच कराना चाहते हैं. उन्होंने लेबोरेटरी का नाम देने से मना कर दिया, उन्होंने जांच कराने से मना कर दिया. जथेदार साहब ने 2 लेबोरेटरी से जांच कराई और जो रिपोर्ट आई, जो 15 जून को और 13 जून को और कुछ 25 मई को आसपास आई, दोनों की रिपोर्ट आने पे उन्होंने सिख कौम के सारे 5 तख्तों के जथेदार को इकट्ठा कर फैसला लिया और फैसले में बताया कि उनको सिख पंथ के इसमें निष्कासित किया जाता है और सिखों को आदेश दिया जाता है कि भगवंत मान से अपना रास्ता ना रखें, उसने पंथ दोखी है और गुरुओं का उसने अपमान बहुत बुरी तरह से किया है. इसके एवज में भगवंत मान जो कल तक 5 जनवरी को तो कह रहा था कि मेरे को फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट लाने को तैयार नहीं था, एक दिन के अंदर ही जाकर 1151 फ्रेम की रिपोर्ट एक दिन में ले आई. एक दिन में 13 तारीख को उन्होंने कराए, 15 तारीख को ये वहां जाते हैं और 16 को रिपोर्ट लाके प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर देते हैं. हमारा ये कहना है अगर भगवंत मान जिस वीडियो में नहीं है तो भगवंत मान जी ने 5 जनवरी से लेकर अब तक वीडियो थी, वो अपनी खुद ही फोरेंसिक रिपोर्टरी पंजाब सरकार थी उससे कराते, पंजाब पुलिस की थी खुद से कराते. क्यों उन्होंने ये पाप किया? क्योंकि पंजाब पुलिस ऑफिशियल करके दे ही नहीं सकती थी. और अगर भगवंत मान जी ने ये फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट कराई है तो बता दें पंजाब पुलिस कब कराने गई थी, कौन से लेटर के किया नॉमिनेशन पे गए थे, कौन सा जवाब आया, किस लेटर का जवाब में उन्होंने फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट किसको भेजी, बताएं. है ही नहीं है. दूसरी बात, वीडियो उनकी है या नहीं, ये जथेदार अकाल तख्त साहब ने फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट के बाद पूरे सिख कौम को जनतक तौर पर अकाल तख्त से एड्रेस करते हुए बताया है. अब उनकी बात मैं और आप तो जब वो कह रहे हैं कि फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट बता रही है तो कभी भगवंत मान ने उसको फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट को चैलेंज ही नहीं किया. भगवंत मान जी ने कभी नहीं कहा ये 2 फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट जो लेबोरेटरियां गलत हैं, इनकी रिपोर्ट गलत है, मैं इनसे बात करता हूं. उन्होंने कभी नहीं उनको चैलेंज किया. उन्होंने एक और फोर्ज बना के ला दी कि वीडियो तो ठीक है पर मैं नहीं हूं इसके अंदर.
नहीं, उन्होंने बोला
आज तक भी उन्होंने इसको क्लेम, उन्होंने चैलेंज नहीं किया जथेदार की फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट को.
अच्छा, so
उन्होंने सुनिए उन्होंने क्या कहा, अब हम समझिए। उन्होंने जो 2 फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट्स आई हैं, उन्होंने कभी उन रिपोर्ट्स को चैलेंज अभी भी नहीं किया। उन्होंने जथेदार साहब को एक बार भी नहीं कहा कि ये गलत रिपोर्ट है, या मैं इसकी वेरिफिकेशन फोरेंसिक रिपोर्टरी से बात करना चाहता हूं, या मैं उनकी रिपोर्ट को चैलेंज करता हूं। नहीं, कभी नहीं किया। उन्होंने एक और तीसरी बनाकर पेश करने की कोशिश की, जो आपके सामने जसप्रीत सिंह ने आकर बता दिया जब उसको लगा कि मसला बढ़ गया है, मैं फंसने जा रहा हूं, मेरे को मरवाना।
Okay, that was Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Delhi Minister, joining us. We have Bikram Singh Majithia now joining us. He's a senior Shiromani Akali Dal leader, a former MLA. Mr. Majithia, if it is true, right, now these are claims being made by your party, by the BJP, by the Congress. Now, if it is true that IPS officers, officials tried to meet forensic experts and doctor this report, then it is very serious. It indicates that perhaps they were trying to hide something, hide the truth. In this case, how sure are you about this before you stick your neck out on a story like this?
How sure am I about what?
About the fact that this meeting happened, that it was Bhagwant Mann who personally got the report forged.
That fact is on the table. There is an admission of the person who prepared the report. There are video clippings of the Commissioner of Police, Pawan Sharma, the SP, Cyber Crime, now the SP in Ludhiana, Jashandeep Gill, in Crown Plaza Hotel in Gurgaon. Isn't it against their service rules? How could they be staying in a suite in a 5-star hotel in Gurgaon? Where did they get that money from? The video clippings are there. There is a WhatsApp chat between the SP and the forensic guy that he wants a certain tailor-made report, and we know who that report benefits. There are money trail. Money has been transferred into accounts. There are the security vehicle, the official vehicle numbers are there. There is an admission by Jaspreet who did that whole forensic work for them. So it's an open and shut case. And who is the beneficiary of this entire forensic laboratory report? Nobody else but Bhagwant Mann. And who claimed that report to be genuine? There was a press conference held in Chandigarh. Bhagwant Mann himself talked about that report. And his 2 ministers, Harpal Chima and Aman Arora. So they were tom-tomming about this report that I so have with me, these WhatsApp chats.
Yeah,
who does it benefit? Nobody else but Bhagwant Mann. Why would a state government need to go to a private laboratory in the first place? There is the CFSL laboratory, the state government of India run laboratories where all the big cases are inquired into by those laboratories. Because you knew, Bhagwant jolly well knew that if he went to one of those laboratories, the state government laboratories, it would come out that the video is genuine. So he needed to go to a laboratory which does not exist. It's a fake address, get a fake report, and give himself a clean sheet. He needs to be booked. Is he above the law? And he's using state security fund, the SS fund that should be used for protecting the state against an attack by Pakistan, ISI or enemy state. He's using those funds to benefit himself and to show the Akal Takht Sahib in bad light. For me, my religion comes first. For me, Sri Akal Takht Sahib comes first, and then comes anybody else.
Now I'm
this
asking
man
about the...
is trying to play with fire. What ISI could not achieve, he's playing on those lines. He's trying to ignite religious passions in Punjab. And who will benefit at a border state? Nobody else than Pakistan and ISI. And Aam Aadmi Party is responsible for playing with this mischief here.
So I want to ask you something. Now, first he said, this person in the video does not resemble him. That was his defense last time. He said the person in the, it's not, my body type is different from the man seen in the video. But around the same time, there were different pictures doing the rounds of a certain, Bhagwant Mann in Canada around the same time, right, without a turban. Now, these are reports, I don't know, I'm just going by what reports cited. Now, if this happened when he was a parliamentarian, and these pictures or videos are coming out now, this year, now, does the timing, I'm not saying it's a real video or a fake video, it may be real. Going by how Bhagwant Mann is defending himself, he's contradicting himself, it may be a real video, I don't know. But the timing of it also raises questions, isn't it?
Can I just say 2-3 things in this?
Yeah.
Who's given this video out in public domain? I have not done it. You have not done it. It is his old best friend, a person called Jagman Samra, who used to live with him. They used to sleep in the same room. They used to wine, dine together. They used to travel abroad together. And he was everything for Bhagwant Mann. That guy put this video out in public domain. A case gets registered against him in 2025, where Bhagwant Mann removes all these videos from various social media platforms because he happens to be the Home Minister and the Chief Minister of Punjab. So he used the security, state security, the state powers to ensure that none of this video is in circulation. Then eventually someone goes and complains to the temporal bodies, the Akal Takht Sahib and the Jathedar there. What is disturbing in this video? That he is sprinkling liquor on photographs of the Guru. And he is making some very disgusting gestures towards a saint in that video. Now the Jathedar calls him, because if any videos come to his notice, he called Bhagwant Mann. And he asked Bhagwant Mann that, listen, this video has come to me, what do you have to say about it? Bhagwant Mann says, takes the name of the person, Jagman Samra, because he knew the video existed. He knew that Jagman was his friend who has this video. He knew that he's given it out and says it's an AI video. The Jathedar asks him that, okay, if it's an AI video, I want the truth to come out and you should not be, your image should not be tarnished if it's not true. So let's do one thing. Give me name of 2 laboratories that can do a test on this video. He had no answer. He said, I will get back to you with the names. Whereas the Chief Minister knows that all serious investigations in the state of Punjab take place under a CFSL laboratory, a government-owned laboratory in Chandigarh, or there is a laboratory in Delhi. He could have very well said that you please send it there and we'll get a report. But he knew that if it went to one of those laboratories, he would be in trouble because that video belonged to him. So he said, okay, give me time, I'll get back to you with the name. Months lapsed. He was asked thrice to give the names. He did not give a name. Eventually, the Jathedar Sahib got those videos verified and checked, and it came out that those videos are genuine. So the Jathedar then announced him as a Panth Viroti, as a Guru Dokhi, someone who is trying to ignite religious feelings in Punjab and someone who's behaving unbecoming of a person who has religious beliefs of a chief minister. What's wrong? And then Bhagwant Mann suddenly comes alive after so many months, and he had all the opportunity. Since 2025 in November, he could have got the videos checked and given a report. But once this report comes from the Akal Takht Sahib, he turns around and gets another report made from Gurgaon, this entire controversy that this video is fake. In 48 hours, a new report emerges. And he sells this report to everyone, and ministers talk about this report. And it so comes out that the person who made the report, what does Bhagwant Mann have to say about these WhatsApp chats with the SP?
Yeah.
Are these all fake?
Yeah, I saw that.
The SP's name is right there. And he's asking for a certain report. Jaspreet comes on live TV and says that when he realized that what he's done, he knew he's going to get into trouble for this fake report. He comes out and tells the truth. And that truth hurts whom? Bhagwant. When Bhagwant was getting a fabricated report made, didn't he know he's doing something illegal? And the DGP Punjab, the temporary DGP Gaurav Yadav, is to blame. Because Gaurav Yadav's job or Swapan Sharma's job was to tell the Chief Minister, no sir, we don't need to go to Gurgaon. There's a laboratory in Chandigarh, government-owned laboratory, it should go there. But they could not send it there because they knew it would come out as a genuine video. So they had to get a fabricated report. And isn't it against the service rules? How can officers go stay in 5-star hotel? Who's paying for those bills? How can they take three suites and stay there for 3 days? And where did they get 10 lakh rupees from? How can they carry cash? There was a DIG by the name of Puller who was arrested here, and where they recovered 7 crores of cash from him. CBI arrested him. And it was a transaction of 8 lakhs that led to a recovery of 7.5 crores. Why not in this? The arrest of Swapan Sharma is not being made. Because as soon as that arrest is made of Jashant SP and Swapan Sharma, a lot of more facts will come out in the open. Okay. And we will get to know that this entire conspiracy was hatched by the Chief Minister in the Chief Minister's residence, by him and his DGP Gaurav Yadav, and a lot of heads will roll. They cannot play with religious feelings in Punjab. They are not above the Akal Takht Sahib, and a border state like in Punjab cannot have people stoking communal fire. It's not done. It's asking for trouble. And this man, whether it's Bhagwant or anybody, they are not above the law. And I want to ask Kejriwal today, do you stand with the people of Punjab? Do you stand with the Sikh Sangat? Or you stand with a drunk chief minister? Everybody knows that he used to go to parliament drunk. Is that a fact or that's also a lie? The Prime Minister has commented about him coming drunk. His own MPs have complained about him. He goes drunk to the Gurdwara Sahib. His own children and wife have left him. There are a number of tweets that his wife has done today, Inderpreet, his ex-wife, that this was long time coming. We were trying to cover up and defend the indefensible. These are her tweets. Why don't you play that, what all she's saying about him? The man is a long history. He's an habitual offender. And when he gets caught, he blames everybody else.
Yeah.
He goes around doing these stupid things. He's the one who's questioning the Akal Takht Sahib. And when he gets stuck, he blames the opposition for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'll tell you what, we get a feeling that this is going to be the biggest story, not just today, tomorrow, but in the next perhaps 1 year and run up to the elections. Bikram Singh Majithia, thank you for joining us. That was Akali Dal leader, Bikram Majithia, joining us on the sacrilege controversy. Now, if it was not Bhagwant Mann, if it was AI generated, if it was someone else and not him, why a fake report? Why forge a report? Now, is there any truth to the complainant? The story continues here on Republic. Thanks for watching.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से
जीरा सिप असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH
So please settle down now for a day of powerful conversations, extraordinary stories, and defining perspectives. Because the Republic Summit is not merely a forum to discuss India's future, it is a front row seat to the people, ideas, and institutions that are helping build it. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Republic Summit 2026. Welcome to Great Power India, Nation First. I'd like to now invite Republic Media Network's founder and editor-in-chief, Mr. Arnab Goswami, along with Shri Rakesh Agarwal, IG CRPF, Shri Ashok Kumar, Commandant 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, and Sub-Inspector Rudresh Singh, 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, to please come up on stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as they come up. These are the people on the ground who've earned their accolades, as we request them to please move towards the ceremonial lamp and light it. A final round of applause as Arnab adds his brilliance to the event. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have our brave security personnel whose courage and commitment have safeguarded the nation's journey and transformed a belt which has been a no-go area for decades. For years, they have fought a difficult battle in some of the country's most challenging terrain, displaying extraordinary courage and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a short intro to their remarkable story on how they wiped out Maoist terror.
Armed forces at the borders. You know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrors are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy? Because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy is getting money from somewhere else. The enemy is pumping in money to Maoists to fight our forces. So, how deal with that? So we refer to some of these people as urban Naxals. They could be anywhere, they could be around you. How do you deal with urban Naxals?
I would like to say, एक जनरल परसेप्शन है कि गरीबी की वजह से नक्सलिज्म पनपता है, बट मैं कहूँगा कि जो हम लोगों ने स्टडी की है और जो हम लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Super Prime Time on Republic TV with me, Gesu Bharadwaj. Lots lined up for you on the news wheel today, from what happened in Kolkata to the Punjab Chief Minister's sacrilege video row that's only swelling up, and also what is going on in the Pune murder case. We're getting you all the details. A check on your headlines first. 2 arrested, sent to police custody in connection with Punjab Chief Minister's sacrilege video row. BJP alleges Punjab police officials involved in report cover-up, claims police pressured officials to forge the report. More details emerge on Ketan Agarwal murder case. Sia and boyfriend contacted each other via house helps mobile. Sia even tried to kill her fiancé 3 times in the last 20 days at the same spot in Lohagarh Fort in Pune. Action has now been taken against all police personnel in Bharat Tiwari encounter case. An FIR has been registered based on the family's complaint. At least 3 people have been killed and over 45 others trapped after roof of a shed under construction warehouse collapsed in Kolkata. And viewers, starting first with Kolkata. A major tragedy that's unfolded in Taratala area after an under-construction warehouse shed collapsed. The incident left several workers trapped under tons of debris. The death toll has now risen to 8, while rescue teams continue a massive operation to locate survivors. Fresh questions are also being raised over the quality of construction and the history of the site. Here's a report. Take a look.
A massive rescue operation in Kolkata's Taratala area was launched after an under-construction warehouse shed collapsed, trapping multiple workers beneath the debris. Rescue teams comprising the Army, NDRF, SDRF, fire services and West Bengal Police have been deployed to carry out search and rescue operations. Authorities have confirmed that 8 bodies have been recovered so far, while at least dozens of people have been rescued from the collapse site.
अभी एक ही प्रायोरिटी है रिकवरी कितना हो सके अंदर से जो लोग ट्रैप्ड है, जो लोग फंस गए हैं, और ये जो इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन इसके अंदर कितने लोग फंसे हैं, और पूरा इधर कोलकाता पुलिस, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट टीम, फायर और सब जितना भी टीम से डिजास्टर रिस्पांस का सब मिलके, आर्मी सब मिलके एक साथ मिलके, और जितना एक ही प्रायोरिटी है कि अभी जितने लोग हैं सबको रिकवर करना. दिस इज द ओनली प्रायोरिटी. Only priority is recovery of the injured, of those who have been trapped. एक ही प्रायोरिटी है. अभी कोई बाइट देने का टाइम नहीं है, बाइट देने का टाइम है. अभी एक ही प्रायोरिटी है, लोगों को रिकवर करना. कितने लोग हो तो अंदर अभी रिकवरी होने दीजिए. उसके बाद सब इलीगल है. टीएमसी का सालों से ये सब इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन लगा के रखे. उसका तो हिसाब बाद में होगा. अभी एक ही प्रायोरिटी है कि रिकवरी करना है. अभी रिकवरी में फोकस रखिए. अभी सब जितने हो सके हम लोग सबको हम एसएसकेएम हॉस्पिटल पे ट्रॉमा केयर सेंटर में, इधर मेडिकल टीम भी है और एसएसकेएम ट्रॉमा केयर में ले जा रहा है सबको. वो लोग बाकी वहाँ क्या हो रहा है उसके बाद में वो तो होगा ही, मगर अभी मेन प्रायोरिटी है कि रिकवरी ऑफ दोज हु हैव बीन ट्रैप्ड.
The shed was being operated by Behera Brothers, which had received a 30-year lease from the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Authority beginning August 2024. The lease covered nearly 6,700 square meters for the construction of a multi-story warehouse and cold storage facility. Fresh revelations have now raised serious questions about the structural safety of the project. Sources indicate that the land changed hands multiple times over the years and that structures at the site were allegedly built and demolished on 4 separate occasions. It is also being claimed that after the lease was granted in 2024, reconstruction remained incomplete and the structure continued to stand on a weak foundation. The BJP in West Bengal alleges that the warehouse was illegally constructed under the TMC government and demands accountability. Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari visited the site and reviewed the ongoing rescue operations. A detailed investigation is expected into the circumstances surrounding the collapse, including violations of safety and construction norms. As rescue teams race, the tragedy has once again put the spotlight on construction safety and oversight in major urban infrastructure projects.
And now in Pune. Ketan Agarwal, a 26-year-old based in Pune, was allegedly murdered by his fiancée and her alleged boyfriend. The accused pushed him into a gorge near Lohagarh Fort. Meanwhile, there are some shocking updates coming in the case where the Pune court remanded Ketan Agarwal's fiancée and her alleged boyfriend. Both of them have been sent to 7 days of police custody. Also, it's been revealed that Sia tried to kill her fiancé 3 times in the last 20 days at the same spot. Here are some more details into the story. Take a look.
At this very spot, wearing all the gloves, all the bandana, all the jackets, and this is where exactly he was spotted while trekking to Lohagarh Fort.
It has emerged that before the planned murder, Ketan and Sia visited the Lohagarh Fort twice. According to the father's statement, Sia insisted on visiting Lohagarh Fort around 31st of May. But she again insisted on 14th of June to visit the fort. But Ketan's parents denied as they were going to travel to Bali for pre-wedding shoot. But she again insisted on 14th of June to visit the fort. But Ketan's parents refused as they were going to travel to Bali for the pre-wedding shoot. Later, after Sia created a fuss about the denied permission on 14th of June, the couple visited the Lohagarh Fort. She made the first attempt of pushing Ketan off the cliff, but she did not succeed. Again, on 18th of June, the couple visited the Lohagarh Fort for Sia's birthday celebrations. And that's when she pushed him off the cliff. Also, it has been revealed that Sia tried to kill her fiancé 3 times in 20 days at the same spot. On the day of murder, Chetan Chaudhary, the alleged boyfriend, and Sia Goyal were in contact through a house help's mobile phone to avoid being traced. Later, many CCTVs were scrutinized, which revealed that on the day of murder, Sia and Ketan reached 20 to 25 minutes before her boyfriend Chetan Chaudhary. Moreover, police sources indicate that Chetan Chaudhary and Sia Goyal planned everything at a local coffee shop in Pune. Meanwhile, huge shocker coming in was father's statement when he said that Ketan frequently asked him about Sia's background. He also mentioned about Sia being friends with Chetan and also frequently mentioned Chetan's name. Ketan asked his father about Sia's background check not once but thrice. Doubts started emerging in Ketan's mind after Sia was behaving weirdly. With fresh revelations of multiple alleged murder attempts, officials are expected to probe deeper into the conspiracy.
And now, viewers, what's happening in Bihar as the political heat over the controversial Bharat Tiwari encounter that took place on the 17th of June is continuing to intensify. A large public gathering is being held in the Biloti village to protest the police encounter killing of Bharat Tiwari. Participants have been raising slogans against the police and Bihar's Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary demanding his resignation. Several political leaders have commented on the incident, and in fact, his family claims he was encountered, shot in the leg. He succumbed to his injuries even after he submitted in front of the Bihar police. Here's a report.
भरोसा कीजिए, फालतू बोलेगा रे, फेंक दे, हथियार इनको दे दिया गया.
The Bharat Tiwari encounter case continues to spark political and public debate across Bihar. Days after the controversial police encounter on June 17th, a major Mahapanchayat is being organized in Bharat Tiwari's native village, Bhojpur district. Several political parties, including the Samajwadi Party, are expected to participate in the gathering as demands for accountability and justice gain momentum. Political strategist and Jan Suraj founder Prashant Kishore is also expected to visit Bharat Tiwari's village and meet local residents and family members. Bharat Tiwari's death during a police encounter has triggered widespread reactions, with supporters questioning the circumstances surrounding the operation. The incident has now become a major political issue in Bihar, with opposition parties demanding transparency in the investigation.
भरत तिवारी के एनकाउंटर के बाद यहाँ पर अब तमाम लोग देखिए सड़कों पर आ चुके हैं. आज महापंचायत का आयोजन था. एक तरफ दिखाइए उधर अनुपम तस्वीरें, एक तरफ महापंचायत था, लेकिन अब जो है एक गुट जो महापंचायत में शामिल हुआ वो अब सड़कों पर देखिए यहाँ पर जाम लगा दिया है. लंबा ये देखिए जाम इस समय आपको दिखाई दे रहा होगा. आगे से पीछे तक अगर ये कैमरा अगर हम पैन करेंगे तो लगभग कई किलोमीटर का ये लंबा जाम है. अब इसको जाम को अब खुलवाने में अब काफ़ी मशक्कत अब प्रशासन को यहाँ पर करनी पड़ रही है. आप देखेंगे जहाँ पर देखिए सड़कों पर काफ़ी संख्या में ग्रुप में लोग एकत्रित हुए. इधर का जाम अब देखिए हालांकि धीरे धीरे खुल रहा है, मूवमेंट हो रही है, लेकिन जो तमाम लोग आक्रोशित हैं कैसे वो सड़कों पर आ गए. उन लोगों का ये कहना है कि जब तक न्याय नहीं मिलेगी भरत तिवारी के परिवार को, भरत तिवारी को, तब तक इसी तरह से आंदोलन ये जारी रहेगा.
Amid mounting pressure, the Bihar government has already ordered a judicial inquiry into the encounter. BJP leaders have appealed for patience and urged people to allow the investigation to take its course. With a judicial probe underway and political mobilization gathering pace, all eyes are now on the Mahapanchayat and the findings of the inquiry.
And that's all that we could wrap for you in this edition of Super Prime Time. Don't go anywhere. On the other side at 8 p.m, our editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami lays open the debate on the Kolkata roof collapse. How long until the government in West Bengal wakes up?
साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे, जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे, अरे डोली इसकी फील है, जिंदल साथी सील है, तो उसकी स्टेनलेस स्टील है, क्वालिटी में दम है साथी रे, बिजनेस करेगा ग्रो साथी रे, टाइमलेस इसका लुक है साथी रे, और जिंदल साथी
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ.
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े.
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट.
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये.
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा.
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद. कमला पसंद पान मसाला.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट.
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट.
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान. अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट.
Armed forces at the borders, you know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrors are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy? Because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy is getting money from somewhere else. The enemy is pumping in money to Maoists to fight our forces. So how do you deal with that? So we refer to some of these people as urban Naxals. They could be anywhere. They could be around you. How do you deal with urban Naxals?
I would like to say, एक जनरल परसेप्शन है कि गरीबी की वजह से नक्सलिज्म पनपता है. बट मैं कहूँगा कि जो हम लोगों ने स्टडी की है और जो हम लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस है कि गरीबी का जो कारण, नक्सलिज्म का जो कारण है वो गरीबी नहीं है, बल्कि क्योंकि नक्सलिज्म वहाँ पैदा हो गया, इसकी वजह से वो उन एरियाज़ का डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं हो पाया और वो एरिया गरीबी में और डेवलपमेंट में पिछड़ते गए. जो नक्सलिज्म में वो उन एरिया में ज़्यादा फैला जहाँ पे कि टेरेन डिफ़िकल्ट थी, जंगल्स थे, जहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस और गवर्नमेंट की रीच नहीं हो सकती थी, तो उनके डेवलपमेंट की जो स्टेज थी वो वैसे ही थोड़ी कम थी. और
को-पावर्ड बाय क्रिस्टल क्रॉप प्रोटेक्शन, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ.
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट. अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से. MTH का जल जीरा, जीरा सिप.
जीरा सिप, असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा.
MTH.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे. केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट.
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट.
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील.
So please settle down now for a day of powerful conversations, extraordinary stories, and defining perspectives. Because the Republic Summit is not merely a forum to discuss India's future, it is a front row seat to the people ideas, and institutions that are helping build it. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Republic Summit 2026. Welcome to Great Power India, Nation First. I'd like to now invite Republic Media Network's founder and editor-in-chief, Mr. Arnab Goswami, along with Shri Rakesh Agarwal, IG CRPF, Shri Ashok Kumar, Commandant 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, and Sub-Inspector Rudresh Singh, 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, to please come up on stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as they come up. These are the people on the ground who've earned their accolades, as we request them to please move towards the ceremonial lamp and light it. A final round of applause as Arnab adds his brilliance to the event. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we have our brave security personnel whose courage and commitment have safeguarded the nation's journey and transformed a belt which has been a no-go area for decades. For years, they have fought a difficult battle in some of the country's most challenging terrain, displaying extraordinary courage and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a short intro to their remarkable story on how they wiped out Maoist terror.
Armed forces at the borders. You know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrors are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, India's leading producer of stainless steel.
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने.
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ.
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी. प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा सिप. MTH का जल जीरा, जीरा सिप.
जीरा सिप, असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा.
MTH.
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है. तभी तो रिचमंड बनना नहीं आसान है.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ.
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट. ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े.
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े.
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट.
Armed forces at the borders. You know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrorists are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy, because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy is getting money from somewhere else. The enemy is pumping in money to Maoists to fight our forces. So how do you deal with that? So we refer to some of these people as urban Naxals. They could be anywhere. They could be around you. How do you deal with urban Naxals?
I would like to say, एक जनरल परसेप्शन है कि गरीबी की वजह से नक्सलिज्म पनपता है, बट मैं कहूँगा कि जो हम लोगों ने स्टडी की है और जो हम लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस है कि गरीबी का जो कारण, नक्सलिज्म का जो कारण है वो गरीबी नहीं है, बल्कि क्योंकि नक्सलिज्म वहाँ पैदा हो गया, इसकी वजह से वो उन एरियाज़ का डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं हो पाया और वो एरिया गरीबी में और डेवलपमेंट में पिछड़ते गए। जो नक्सलिज्म है वो उन एरिया में ज़्यादा फैला जहाँ पे कि टेरेन डिफ़िकल्ट थी, जंगल्स थे जहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस और गवर्नमेंट की रीच नहीं हो सकती थी, तो उनके डेवलपमेंट की जो स्टेज थी वो वैसे ही थोड़ी कम थी। और जब वहाँ नक्सल ने अपना गढ़ बना लिया तो उन्होंने वहाँ फिर डेवलपमेंट होने ही नहीं दिया कि अब तो यहाँ पे हमारा राज चलेगा और यहाँ पर कैसे फंड्स इकट्ठा करना है वो हम लोग देखेंगे, यहाँ डेवलपमेंट हमने नहीं होने देना है। और जो छोटा मोटा वहाँ डेवलपमेंट हुआ था, कोई स्कूल बने थे, कोई हॉस्पिटल बने थे, कोई रोड्स बनी थी, कोई ब्रिज बने थे, कोई रेलवे ट्रैक बने हुए थे, उन्होंने नक्सलियों ने ये छत्तीसगढ़ साइड में और झारखंड साइड में उन सभी चीज़ों को उड़ा दिया, सारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को उड़ा दिया ताकि वहाँ पर डेवलपमेंट का कोई भी चीज़ पहुँच ना पाए। अगर मैं नक्सल फंडिंग की बात करूं, 300 से
Another crushing structural collapse. Eight killed in Kolkata shed collapse. Did corruption-led shed operate? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Co-powered by IIHM International Institute of Hotel Management.
The live-streamed encounter in Bihar. Protests over Bharat Tiwari encounter. Why did cops shoot at activist Tiwari? Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Co-powered by IIHM International Institute of Hotel Management.
Real video, fake report. Was it Bhagwat Maan in the video? Sacrilege storm, who is lying? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. TVS iQube, India's favorite family EV.
दुनिया का हर नेता, हर देश इस बात को भली भांति समझता है कि आज के भारत के लिए नेशन फर्स्ट ही सबसे बड़ा मंत्र है, सबसे बड़ा सिद्धांत है।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Tonight, another urban tragedy after the fire in Delhi and the Lucknow coaching center fire. A shed collapse and tragedy strikes again in Kolkata. At 8:30 p.m., what is the truth of the live-streamed encounter in Bihar? Why was Bharat Tiwari killed? And at 9 o'clock tonight, Bhagwant Mann, did he try to forge documents to cover up his alleged sins for which the Akal Takht has declared him a Guru Drohi? Is it time for the Punjab Chief Minister to quit on his own? There have been a series of urban tragedies in the month of June. And the latest is what happened today, a little after noon, at an under-construction warehouse in Kolkata, in a place called Taratola. Ladies and gentlemen, an under-construction warehouse where the iron beams and concrete all fell, and so many people killed, many, many more, ladies and gentlemen, trapped under heavy iron beams and concrete as of us bringing you this broadcast. We are told that there are questions about the construction, that there is prima facie evidence of design and construction flaws. The iron beams, we are told, were not strong enough to hold the weight of the concrete above them. Therefore, this building was always going to fall. The question was only when. Today, the Chief Minister of Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, was at the site as the bodies were being taken out. But the question is this: who approved the plans for this building? Who approved the construction? Is anyone at all responsible for inspecting the site? More importantly, who cleared the engineering building plan? And why is it that if it was indeed done, iron beams became too weak for the load above them? You see, viewers, these pictures we are seeing tonight should not be seen in isolation. Because this entire month we've had wake-up call after wake-up call. And as far as the system is concerned, you see, they announce ex gratia payment. Money is given to the family members of the deceased. It's almost procedural. And then we move on. But should we move on? Or should we not ask why these things happen only in India? Should we forget what happened on the 22nd of June, when 18 people, mostly aged between 20 and 24, were killed after a massive fire broke out in a 3-storied commercial building in Aliganj in Lucknow? We saw the pictures. This building housed a coaching center and a gaming zone. So the people there were very young people. These students were trapped as thick smoke and flames rapidly engulfed the structure. People did not have time to even jump out. Some people did, many couldn't. Are we to look at these matters as unfortunate incidents? Or is it time for us to look deeper and ask, are rules being broken? Are bribes being paid? Is compromise happening all the time, ladies and gentlemen, all the time? Not that there is no respect for the rules. It's just this attitude in India, this chalta hai attitude, that you can break the rules, you can flout the rules, you can save money and risk lives, and life will carry on unless the next tragedy happens. And that is exactly what happened in the Delhi Malviya Nagar hotel fire in the early part of June this very year, a few weeks back. 21 people died. There were horrific visuals there. This was a violation of bed and breakfast establishment rules. Ladies and gentlemen, 49 people were admitted to hospitals, and later came out they could only have 6 rooms, but they had 27. Which means that someone made money. Someone in government made money. Somebody offered money. And in this endless cycle of bribe giving and bribe taking and breaking the rules, in this month alone, ladies and gentlemen, over 50 lives have been lost. Therefore, and going back to Kolkata now, is it time for us to not wake up and ask whether we could be the next victims? How do you know? How do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that places you go to, malls you visit, homes you stay in, shopping complexes you visit, hotels where you stay, how do you know that rules have not been flouted there? I can tell you for sure that there is an air of uncertainty after these repeated incidents. You see, these are not tragedies. These are deliberate urban disasters. And the only reason for all of this happening is, without a doubt, each time there's a blaze, each time there's a tragedy, we call it a tragedy. It's not. It's a violation. It's a breaking of the rules. It's making money and offering money, regardless of how many lives will be lost as a result of it. In this country, unfortunately, the feeling is unless you get caught, nothing happens. And even tonight, people think this is only a Kolkata tragedy. No, Kolkata was not a Kolkata tragedy. Lucknow coaching center fire was not a Lucknow tragedy. Delhi Malviya Nagar hotel fire was not a Delhi tragedy. These are realities of urban India. We need to wake up to, and someone needs to wield the stick. Let's debate.
A shed collapse in Kolkata. At least 8 people have been killed and multiple others injured. The Army, NDRF, SDRF and West Bengal Police are working against the clock to rescue those trapped under the debris. West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari also reached the spot of the incident. He says multiple deceased people have not been identified yet.
আন্ডার কনস্ট্রাকশন যত আছে বিশেষ করে কমার্শিয়াল বা যেখানে জলাশয় বুঝিয়ে হয়েছে আগের কর্পোরেশনের বা সরকারের যে আমলে অনুমোদিত প্ল্যান 31 জুলাই অবধি কাজ বন্ধ থাকবে এবং অডিট হবে। অডিটে পিডব্লিউডি, সিভিল ডিফেন্স, ফায়ার, কলকাতা পুলিশ এবং কেএমসি থেকে টিম বানিয়ে দেওয়া হবে। চিফ সেক্রেটারি গাইডেন্স দেবেন, তার ডাইরেকশানে টিম তৈরি হবে। সেই টিম সাইট প্ল্যান, বিল্ডিং প্ল্যান এবং স্পট 3টে ভিজিট করে একটা রিপোর্ট বানাবেন।
Meanwhile, the BJP government says the structure was constructed illegally under the TMC.
अभी एक ही प्रायोरिटी है रिकवरी कितना हो सके अंदर से जो लोग ट्रैप्ड है, जो लोग फंस गए हैं, और ये जो इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन इसके अंदर कितने लोग फंसे हैं, और पूरा इधर कोलकाता पुलिस, डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट टीम, फायर और सब जितना भी टीम से डिजास्टर रिस्पांस का सब मिलके, आर्मी सब मिलके एक साथ मिलके, और जितना एक ही प्रायोरिटी है कि अभी जितने लोग हैं सबको रिकवर करना. दिस इज द ओनली प्रायोरिटी.
Long queues were seen outside a hospital's trauma center. Families, loved ones, waiting in anticipation, gripped in fear. As rescue operations remain underway, the question is, who is responsible? And how many more such ill-constructed buildings are awaiting collapse before the government wakes up?
Shishir Bajoria, spokesperson of the Bengal BJP, and I have Tausif Khan, who is anti-BJP. I can't even say that he's pro-TMC any longer. Tausif, don't make this a pro or anti-BJP thing, okay? Who approved the construction? It happened in Trinamool time. Who inspected this site? It happened in Trinamool time. Who cleared the building plan? It happened in Trinamool time. Okay? BJP has taken over the government just a couple of weeks back. Okay? So, don't take a political position on this.
Not taking any political position.
Don't do that, yeah.
You see, to me, this is not an unfortunate incident, but a criminal negligence. And who is responsible? Yes, if there is any lacuna, so far the construction is concerned, the people who are, or the examples that you are giving, under the Trinamool rule, yes, they are responsible. But the matter does not end there.
Who approved it?
The big question is...
Who approved the plan?
The big question, after we finish that question, the next question is, what is the steps that government has taken now to minimize the casualty, to see that the treatment comes to the victims, to see that the all steps are taken by the government.
No, that's not the point. The point is not that. The point is, why did the accident happen?
That is also the point.
The main point is that there is a syndicate. There is a syndicate. Allow me, please. Allow me. You see, we have all known that the corrupt, nepotistic, incompetent and dirty regime of Mamata Banerjee, her Mafia Raj, encouraged a syndicate system. A syndicate system, ladies and gentlemen, is when if you make any building, you construct anything, you buy any land, you buy a glass of water, a certain percentage goes to Mamata's people. And these are not people with construction experience. Therefore, necessarily, are we to assume, Shishir Bajoria, that this gigantic structure which has fallen down was also constructed with the knowledge of the syndicate, with members of the syndicate, or with the clearance of the syndicate?
I will give you very precise answers, Arnab. On the 21st of January 2026, the plan was approved. The ward councillor was Anwar Khan and the mayor, Firad Hakim. Firad Hakim today was stammering and stuttering and was trying to explain, I did not know this, it does not come to me, Babu, you're the mayor. The plans were approved. And now he was actually finding it difficult even to wash his hands. Let me continue. The plan filed was defective. The drawing submitted was defective. It has come out now. Then as far as...
But who submitted the drawings? Who submitted the drawings? Which company? Where is the company based? How did it happen?
The company is based in Kolkata.
And who owns the company?
To be very frank,
But has that person been arrested or questioned?
No, I don't think the arrest has been made
Why
yet.
has Firad
but
Hakim
it is
himself
happening.
not been questioned?
Firad Hakim, look, it's like this.
Are you going
The
soft on
state
Firad
government-
Hakim in the hope
No
that
way.
he too
No
will
way.
come on your
No
side?
way, no way.
Is Firad, because it's believed that Firad is playing both sides?
There's nothing left of that side. There's nothing left of that side. Today, the entire focus of the state government and the KMC administration, there's no board as such, but the KMC administration was the rescue and looking after the people, getting them out. One very important fact I must tell you, Arnab, 12:07 afternoon, the incident happened. In less than 30 minutes, the first response team was there.
May I interrupt here, sir? I don't want to get into that. That's your duty, and it wouldn't be a compliment if you were doing your job.
No,
I would only
just
ask
a
you
duty.
this question, that my concern is, Shishirda, I'm sure Tausif will agree with me. You know how many Trinamool people have turned promoters. You know how many Trinamool people had turned into construction. You know how many syndicates have made buildings. Now the concern of people in Kolkata will be how many such accidents are waiting to happen.
Okay.
You know?
Can I answer this?
Yes.
Now, as far as arresting is concerned, you have seen that since the BJP government came to power, how all the musclemen are getting caught, getting arrested, how the TMC leaders who made this huge piles of money on such ill-gotten stuff. The other step the chief minister has taken, he has stopped all under construction buildings or structures till 31st of July, till they are reviewed and audited, except those who have some, let's say, emergency involved with it, say if it's a hospital, a medical center or something like that, or a fire station. The rest, all has been stopped till 31st of July. And as far as the arrests are concerned, I cannot speak on behalf of the government.
No,
I'm
it should not
sure
be. It should
you'll
not
see
be. It should not be that the compromise system of the previous government is replaced by a new compromise system of this government. I'm just being careful about it. We must make sure. We must see, this is a concern. So I'll tell you one thing. What's happened in Kolkata is bad people who were under the left, bad people, you know, I don't want to get into bad people, corrupt people, they became Trinamool. And it shouldn't be that the bad people of Trinamool now start wearing BJP clothes. Then on the ground, nothing will change and people will continue to die.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm rather very sure that's not going to happen. And it's not going to be like a jersey change. You know,
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that's what you're asking. And my answer to you, Arnab, is very clear. You will not see this the jersey changes.
I'm not
sure. You will
sure.
see these people getting caught.
I know that there is one particular sports person who is waiting to do a jersey change. You know, but regardless of that, I'm going into this issue. Taratola was not an accident. You agree, Shishirda?
Yes, sir. It was not an accident. It was waiting to happen.
So then where is the bulldozer? This has fallen. When will the bulldozer be used on those responsible?
So you be very sure. All construction as of today has stopped. And all whatever is found.
Why as of today?
What you're saying, it should have happened on 9th of May. But look, this government is not even 6 weeks old.
Yep.
I know we have inherited this. I know this is our.
No, it shouldn't be tomorrow an under construction flyover collapses, you know. It shouldn't happen that, under construction hoarding collapses, you know.
So they've all been stopped from today till 31st of July, till they are audited, till the plans
and
are.
you'll audit
revisited.
everything in 5 weeks?
If they have to delay the restarting of construction, it will be delayed, but people's lives will not be at risk.
And has Mamta said anything on this, Tausif? You're going after the present government, which is 6 weeks old. Though Agnimitra Paul was there, Shuvendu Adhikari was there, they were there, they responded, they were on the spot themselves, right? Municipal Affairs Minister, I think, is Agnimitra Paul. She was there. KMC Commissioner Smita
The Health
Pandey
Minister was there.
Health Minister was
The
there.
Health Minister.
Yeah, Army was there. Army was there. Now, Tausif, where is Mamta Banerjee? Has she taken any responsibility for what happened? What about Firad Hakim? Why are you quiet
He said
on
he
them?
didn't even know.
What is their
He said he
culpability?
didn't even know this.
No, I don't know if Mamata Banerjee, she now being not holding any public office. I don't know whether
this
she will come
construction
out and
happened
say
under
anything
her
on
regime.
this. Perhaps on a humanitarian basis, she can show her condolence to the deceased. But I believe that TMC spokesperson or perhaps Mama Moita has made a statement on this. I may be wrong, but you can just check.
By the way, which
team
side
can
is
check.
Mahua Mitra?
However,
A very quick
Mamta,
question. Which side is Mahua Mitra?
Today, as of now, she is with Mamata Banerjee. Mahua Moita is with Mamata Banerjee as of now, that we all know.
If
you see, Shishirda will appreciate what I am saying. Shishirda, hear me out, Shishirda. What I am saying is no doubt the construction falling and the killings happening. No doubt this is an act of criminal negligence. No doubt the action should be taken on who approved the faulty design, who approved whether there is a syndicate involved, and action should be taken against them. But what the BJP government today can do is to ramp up the rescue operation. There should be no, and to take steps to prevent this from happening in the future. You said that you are doing an audit. But whether today the rescue operation were present, today whether the number of deaths could have been
by the way, your own former mayor has gone on record to say that he has not seen such a rescue operation. To get the NDRF and Indian Army in West Bengal was unheard of. We got it pronto because they had the equipment.
On the Suvendu Adhikaris that we all know.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I appreciate NDRF coming for the rescue operation. It's a great move. Yes, I agree.
Indian Army.
But are there other constructions also the government is taking? An Indian Army involving the Indian Army also for the rescue operation is a good move. Yes, but look at the number of deaths. I don't know what the official record is, but unofficially they are saying that more than 30 people could be a victim. So it's a huge number of deaths that is happening.
Let me put a record here straight. The record is that it has been clarified by people who are heading the rescue operation that there are 15 people still trapped. The oxygen has been pumped in for them, water is being supplied, and every 15 are in touch with the rescuers. And the NDRF and Indian Army feel very confident that they will get them out.
Well, just in summary, I want to say this to you, Shishirda, and to Tausif and all our viewers watching tonight. I began this program by saying that we must not look at Kolkata shed collapse in isolation. I have 3 visuals on the screen. Kolkata shed collapse. Lucknow coaching center, 22nd. Malviya Nagar fire earlier this June. And unfortunately, I have to be pessimistic about it. There may be in all more than 60 or 70 people killed in these incidents. Are these tragedies? Or are these a result of rules being flouted, money being made, corruption at some level? I would like to ask anyone today watching this whether someone who's a very big builder will ever allow his house to be constructed in a way that it will fall down tomorrow. No, they won't. But they will compromise with the lives of people in public facilities. Therefore, we need to look at these 3 incidents in isolation and truly, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, crack the whip. Shishirda and Tausif, I thank you tonight, and I truly understand that there is no opposition today when I find that nobody from the Trinamool is even available on these debates. They are hiding. They are hiding from the eggshells, which they should. I thank you once again, both of you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak over the visuals first over the next news report I have. And before we go to the package, I would like to run some pictures full frame and tell you about this case which you may not have heard of, which has happened in Bhojpur in Bihar. It involves a 28-year-old who has been killed in police firing. What is described as an encounter. It's not even an encounter. The reason this is controversial is because of the person involved. You see a young man there holding a gun, and someone there, maybe his mother, elderly lady, is telling him not to use the gun. This young man, his name is Bharat Bhushan Tiwari. Over the last few days and weeks and months, he's acquired an interesting and controversial profile. Some people saw him as a Robin Hood kind of figure, known for raising public issues of flooding, river erosion, and displacement. And he used to use social media for it, Facebook Live, social media. He doesn't have a criminal record in the past, but he has, in many recent posts, been flaunting his gun. So he shows the gun openly at police officers. He shows the gun at others. He's therefore obviously some kind of an outlaw. Now what happened on the 17th of June is that, and it started a couple of days before that, when he went on Facebook and he said, I'm going to launch a revolutionary war. He issues a death threat to the SDM of Jagdishpur. Then he says, after that, he plays victim and he says, the Bihar government wants to eliminate me. On the 16th of June, the Bhojpur police say that he is mentally unwell and efforts are being taken to take him to a mental health facility. Police visit his residence, and that is when this video is shot, when he gathers people around him and he doesn't go into custody. On the 17th of June, and this is the day when the dramatic incident happens, he carries the gun and points it at policemen, and he says, I'm going to shoot you. And he begins by saying, I'm not going to surrender. He is abusive. I've seen the footage myself. He's abusive. He makes many threatening gestures. He says he won't surrender. The police is not firing at him. In fact, he mocks the police for wearing bulletproof jackets. And there is a mix, and he does this all while this entire thing is being live streamed. In fact, I would appreciate it if my producers show me the live streamed video as well, so we can see the raw footage. So ladies and gentlemen, he is not surrendering. He does this on live streaming. He goes on Facebook Live. He's literally showing an armed encounter between him and the policeman for a long, it's like a 15-minute video, and there is the gun you can see there that he's flaunting quite proudly. I can see in the visuals at least 7 to 8 policemen. And at some point, now this is where it gets, first he says he won't surrender. And then he says, well, if the police and the government are willing to listen to me, I'm going to put down my gun. And he throws the gun down. There is one part of that visual when he throws the gun away and the gun goes close to the policeman. At that point, he's not armed. That's when the controversial part happens. If the police knew he was not armed, the video ends, and what we know later is that Bharat Bhushan is shot dead. Bharat Bhushan is also, interestingly, the son of a retired police officer. Viewers, if the police felt he was mentally unwell and knew he had put down his gun, why did they shoot at him? Why did they kill him? Why did they not ask him to put his hands up, surrender, handcuff him, take him to the police station, take him to a mental health facility? Now, because of the way this whole thing turned out, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of public anger. And people are asking for an inquiry. That's the young man who did that. And there are two sides to the story. One, that he invited this on himself. The other is that if he put down his gun, why was he killed? This is a live-streamed encounter. Here's a quick news report on it so you understand the context, and then we'll debate.
An encounter live streamed on Facebook has put the Bihar police in the dock.
हट हट ये देखिए स्टार्ट हो गया मारो लो मारो
Bharat Tiwari, a self-styled activist, was controversial. Not the first time he's run into cops.
सभी जगह से घेर के मारो
He was shot dead after laying down his gun. For politicians, he was controversial. For cops, he was a serial offender. For many others, a crusader. The national highway in Bhojpur blocked today due to protests. Under mounting pressure, Bihar Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary announced judicial inquiry in the case. FIR registered against several police officers. Take a look at what happened in the moments leading up to Bharat being shot at.
पागल हैं? हट हट। ये देखिए, स्टार्ट हो गया। मारो, लो, मारो, मार दीजिए। ये देश मेरा बलिदान ये जाया नहीं जाएगा। मारो, सभी जगह से घेर के मारो। अरे तो मार दो। देशभक्त लोग डरते हैं क्या गोलियों से? हाँ? तुम सब छिप के कर रहे हैं, हम तो खुले मैदान में हैं। हाँ? काशी का सिलेंडर सामने से कभी होगा, तुम सब आ जाएंगे, यही सब घात करके करेगा। हाँ? मेरे पास आ जाओ, कोई कुछ करेगा। हम कहाँ कर रहे हैं, कोई कुछ करेगा कि नहीं करेगा? ये देखिए।
The moment Bharat throwing his weapon away and surrendering is what has raised serious questions. It contradicts Bihar police's claim that encounter was carried out as Bharat refused to surrender. Cops have also alleged that Bharat was mentally unstable. Political crossfire is intensifying with opposition leaders demanding answers from the Bihar government.
कोई पुलिस वाला गोली नहीं चला सकता है जब तक पटना से आदेश नहीं होगा। इसलिए किसने आदेश दिया है गोली चलाने का, ये जांच होनी चाहिए, और जब तक ये नहीं होगा तब तक हम लोग शांत नहीं बैठेंगे।
पागल है।
Did the police cross the line in Bihar?
हट।
So, Satyaprakash Mishra and Manish Bariyar, in the footage, and Ravi Shankar, Ravi of RJD and Vivek Kumar of Jan Swaraj, welcome. I've seen the footage. He put down his gun and then he was killed and shot at. If he has put down his gun, there are about 10 policemen with bulletproof jackets, fully armed with rifles. Why did they kill him?
Are you asking me?
Either of you. Yeah, Satya Prakash ji, you can answer, of course.
There are several videos which is coming, and that created the doubt. So the government ordered a judicial probe. The department in inquiry under the supervision of DIG and ADG and law and order came before media and explained everything, that police failed to handle the matter. Definitely, he was not with a criminal record. Everybody is saying in his village that he was a very great guy. So there is a grief, there is a sorrow, there is a anger, and we understand that government is with that.
No, you've not answered the question. Satyaji, one minute. Manish.
Yeah.
He's a 28-year-old man. You say he's mentally unwell. It could be. He got carried away. It could be. He was wielding a gun. He was threatening police officers even before the incident. There's a picture of him pointing the gun at the police officer when they came to his house. We can play that too, producers. It happened. But he had put down the gun and then he was killed. He had thrown his gun away and then he was killed. Why?
Arnab, I would like to say that I'm very, very angry on this. The police does not have any right to really kill anyone in cold blood. And I have very mixed feelings on this. I felt that the police has done a terrible, terrible mistake and they ought to be punished and sacked. There's no other way. That is what my view is here. If the person, and I'm with you on this, when I see those visuals, it's very clear he had put his arms down. Of course, what he did is something which was again terrible. But there is no justification for the police to actually shoot him the way they did. And I think the police administration is absolutely, accountable for this. And there has to be a case of murder against them. That is what my feeling is.
Nobody is justifying that. Nobody is justifying that. no one has justified that action. The government has not so far justified any action. The government has come forwarded with judicial probe, suspension of 7 police officers, and FIR against of those police officers. The government is proactively did that, and government is committed to justice to the family of Bharat Tiwari. This is really very, this incident has, shaken the conscience of everyone. Bharat Tiwari was just a normal guy, activist kind of person. Nobody is saying that he was a criminal. He was just a clean guy. What has happened is just happened. This is a kind of blot on the face of the judicial system, police system, and every system. So we share the grief and anger of the family and the society. We understand that. The national working president of the JDU very first time explained that all the video shows and creates doubt. There must be a probe and time-bound probe.
No.
And sufficient has not been done. So any police officer, whosoever will be, definitely will come under the scan of judicial probe and the departmental probe. Action will be definitely taken.
No,
the government
just
is
a moment,
to justice,
Satyaprakash, we
not
must go to
injustice.
the root issue. Is Prashant Kishore being utterly opportunistic when he says, Vivek Kumar, that instructions came from Patna? I mean, he's being so opportunistic. He's preying on a situation which is obviously a local situation. Now, could you please tell me what proof you have that the instructions came from Patna, in which case he's trying to indicate that the Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary ordered the execution of Bharat Bhushan Tiwari. Please tell us what proof you have or explain why this was said.
First of all, Arnab, thank you so much on behalf of 14 crore Biharis to making this a national issue. And I mean it, because we Biharis are so unfortunate. We are like Kire Makode. Few months back, we were shot by a Delhi police. A Pandav Khushwaha was shot by a Delhi police, a drunk Delhi police. Today, we are shot by Bihar police. Few months back, we were shot in Tamil Nadu. So it's very unfortunate. We Biharis are mostly getting abuses or we are shot. So it's quite unfortunate, and these people will not understand. I'm sorry, will never understand. They have not lost their son. They have not lost their daughter. So it's a tragic incident. And just the question that you asked, just tell me that does the constable have enough power? We live in a country which is ruled by the constitution. In this country, when Nathuram Godse, who killed Gandhi, went through under trial. Mr. Amit Shah, who is the current Home Minister, in a fake encounter case where later he was acquitted, went through the trial. So obviously, the Home Minister of Bihar, the police comes under the Home Ministry. So it is just impossible by just logical thinking that a constable or a Thana Prabhari will not pull the trigger unless he has orders from Patna. It's common sense. And what we are asking for justice. And what does justice mean? Justice means it's not about punishing people who pull the trigger. It's about punishing people who actually gave the order to pull that trigger. Is it wrong? Are we wrong in asking that? And the mother of the victim is asking for the same. Now, if you
just
tell me
pause for a moment, I want to ask this question. No, if you just pause for a minute. There are two sets of pictures I have, Vivek, okay? There is a picture which I have of the policeman on 16th of June going to his house, okay? And you can see the police officer is sitting there trying to talk to him. He is in a very excitable state holding a gun. He is using a revolver to threaten armed policemen who are pointing the gun at him. And in fact, the police officer sitting with him on the bed appears to show both courage and calm, that he's sitting next to an armed man, trying to convince him, talk to him to drop the gun and stop the threats. So that's a very calm kind of approach, very thoughtful approach of the police officer. In fact, it's easy to criticize the police. I would commend the police officer there who want to explain to this man to stop his antics. Okay. Suddenly the mood changes the next day. This time the police is obviously out to get him. They are armed, they are bulletproofed, they appear to be under some kind of instructions that he must be encountered. So my question here is this. I'm just going by visual evidence, okay, Satya and Manish? Am I right? Do you agree with me in this thinking that what happened?
not.
Why did the same police, why did the same police which was patient on the 16th of June?
Very valid analysis. That's a very
Absolutely
valid
not,
analysis,
Arnab.
Arnab. Thank you so much for giving this perspective to the viewers. The police is just not at fault. The police has been encouraged by someone in Patna, and the probe needs to understand. The probe doesn't need to inquire about who pulled the trigger. The probe should ensure that on whose order and whose encouragement. We had the chief minister saying a day before that we start
showing the door in elections.
the color of the gamcha.
And he's again doing the same
for
thing.
yesterday he's
making irresponsible statements. Right, one cannot take up these irresponsible statements. You have to also look at the interview of the police person. He also has a version. Now, obviously, I'm very angry at what has happened, but at the same time, one has to understand, because the police version says that they were shot. Right, obviously, that is why judicial probe is there. So if you look at from that point of view, emotions and what prima facie one sees, police looks to be a villain. And of course, I feel very angry about it. But at the same time, everybody has a right to defend themselves. And the police says, I heard the entire interview of the policeman. They said that we tried our best to save him. And unfortunately, we couldn't. So and it was a heat of the moment. That is what his version is.
No, but
I don't
if it was in the heat
But
of
then
the
I've
moment,
heard his version,
Manish,
political
I ask
things
you
will
a
not
question.
come. It was a heat of the
I ask you a
moment that has
question.
happened.
I ask you a question. If it was in the heat of the moment, that moment had passed when he dropped his gun. Am I right, Ravi Shankar Ravi? If he had not dropped his gun, if he had fired at the police have a right to fire in self-defense. The police, my question is legally, the police will say that he had threatened them earlier, right? But the fact is he had also dropped his revolver. Can his past action become reason enough to kill him in an encounter is the point I'm raising tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live stream encounter, hashtag live stream encounter. We need to talk about this in this country. Because it's setting a precedent. Ravi Shankar. And see, he's not a kidnapper, he's not a murderer, he's not a history sheeter, he's not an extortionist.
Arnab, preemptive steps by the police department was possible and could have been taken earlier. He could have been arrested, he could have been booked under Arms Act, etc. But all that did not happen. This is the result of an ecosystem created by the political dispensation there. Here the CM himself, look at the statements. Two statements I want to quote here by the Honorable CM of Bihar. He said, "Jati पूछ के मारने के लिए बोले क्या? Should I tell the police to ask the caste and then fire? हरे गमछे को मारो, हरा गमछा देख के मारो." This kind of a statement. The green color ang bastram, we call that in Bihar gamcha. So this kind of statement, and if you remember 1 year ago, the DGP of Bihar, the then DGP of Bihar, probably he is the same person now, I am not sure, but he said monsoon खराब होता है तो बिहार में crime बढ़ जाए. Crime Bihar mein, the increase in crime rate is because of the bad monsoon. This kind of a statement was given by the head of the police. This is an utter unprofessionalism, unprofessional and lack of utter absence of professional ethics by the police department. The Operation Langda, Operation Bulldozer, Operation Half Encounter. What is all this? Here it is a simple case that the protector of law and order, the executioner of law and order are becoming the predator of law and order. And this is also the result of the influence and intervention of the BJP,
But Ravi,
over-mindedness
into
the law and order message.
A point here. You and Vivek are positioning this man as a do-gooder, flood activist and all that. Have you forgotten that he's carrying a gun? He's pointing it at police officers. Should this become the law in our country, that every person who claims to be an activist, tries to be a local Robin Hood, will tomorrow pick up AK-40s against the police, revolvers against the police, threaten to shoot the police, and the police should encourage them, sit there, allow it, pacify them, have a drink with them. So I think you're also, if there has to be some system of law and order, right? What you are calling Operation Langra, Operation Half Encounter and all that, let me remind you, in Telangana, all 4 people accused of raping and killing a Hyderabad-based person were killed in an encounter as well in 2019. She was a veterinary doctor. You remember the Vikas Dubey encounter? Don't tell me that Vikas Dubey was an activist. He was a gangster. How do you call? I want to ask you, how do you call Bharat Tiwari a flood activist and not a gangster? Take the gun away. Are you encouraging people to pick up the gun against the state?
No. We are thinking the debate in a very different way. No. Hold on. I have to respond. You have placed the sticker on my face that I'm backing police.
1 minute. There's a fight going on here. Yes, Satya, what's your complaint? Satya.
No, my complaint is that you have put some sticker on my face that I'm backing the police. No, I'm backing the justice. He was not a gangster at all. The village man of those areas are claiming that he's our God. What I am trying to say, maybe
so
he has
every local gangster. 1 minute. Satya, this is bizarre. This is bizarre.
What has happened? A failed thing happened there that ADG Law and Order has accepted.
No,
police failed to
you are encouraging gangsterism. Satya, you are encouraging gangsterism.
No, not at all. Don't at all. He was not a gangster at all. Arnab, please mind your sentences and language. He was just a man who had just...
Why did he have a gun? Why was he wielding a loaded revolver at the police? Why was he wielding a local revolver at the police?
I understand that. Then you say when
doesn't that mean that you'll kill him?
Okay, Vivek.
So then every person holding should be killed. So Arnab, first of all, the police has accepted themselves that it is a casual approach. There has been carelessness. The police has accepted that he was a social activist. Even the person.
Why was a social activist carrying a loaded revolver?
Nobody is encouraging.
Are you saying that in the name of activism, we should all carry AK-47s and loaded revolvers and point it at the police?
No. Arnab, no one is suggesting that. No one is encouraging that. What is
Arnab, I have 2 requests.
No, 1 minute. Audio control here, please. 1 minute. Just calm down.
Arnab, I have a request to you.
Yes.
I have a request to you, Arnab. Just the way, Arnab, you followed Tusha's murder and ensured that, she gets justice. It's a family murder. This is a basically state-sponsored murder. If national media will not follow this, I'm sure it will go under the carpet.
Well,
what we are requesting is independent inquiry. What we are requesting is independent inquiry with a sitting judge, not a retired judge. That's it. With a sitting judge under 15 days, and the inquiry should not be for the police who pull the trigger. The inquiry should take care of the Home Ministry and SIT chief and the ADG and the DSP and SP. You cannot fire the lowest in the hierarchy. Something happens in Republic, you can't fire the journalist on the road. Arnab, you will take the responsibilities. Similarly, Amit Shah went under the trial when there was a fake encounter case in Gujarat when he was the Home Minister. Samrat Chaudhary is trying to impress his masters by trying UP model, and he will pay the price of it.
1 minute. We need to play the response. Manish Tiwari is Manish Baria responding. Manish.
I think I would like to tell you, Arnab, then probably people from outside Bihar have not understood the context of this entire thing. Visually, it is not really good. What you see and what I see, probably, anybody who looks at those visuals of he brandishing the gun would obviously feel that he is some kind of a criminal. But I think in ground, things are not as what we see in those 30 seconds, 45 seconds of visual. And I think people outside are missing, which is why my anger is also there that he has been killed and he's been murdered, and there is someone has to answer that. But having said that, if you look at those visuals, that is what once upon a time Jungle Raj was. It's a catch-22 situation. That is what people criticize about Lalu Yadav.
I can ask you a question.
So
can I ask all of you a question? Let me ask this question to Ravi Shankar. Ravi, you'll understand. Pappu Yadav also used to carry guns, right? He was Bahubali. Was he an activist? Ravi?
Arnab, I told you.
Mention. No. You have to answer was Pappu Yadav an activist?
Let me complete. I agree with you when you said that why did he carry guns and he threatened police. It was a series of events before that also. When the police department has enough time and chance to arrest him. But they didn't do that. And when he is surrendering,
he was see, I'll tell you, when the sequence, when you see that, he makes many statements that I'm not surrendering. He makes many statements that I'm not surrendering.
On the ground of which he could have been arrested.
You are missing one point. His father himself visited police station requesting police that my son has get a gun from somewhere, so please do something. Then police came to his house and talked to him. It was a very simple case. Police could have arrested him with gun and put him behind bar under arms act.
But he was pointing the gun when they tried to do that. That visual shows him. One minute. Please understand. Listen. That visual shows him relaxing like a local Gabbar Singh, and the police trying to explain to him. He gets up. He starts pointing the gun at the other police officers. His mother steps forward. The policeman is also trying to pacify him and tells him not to use the gun. Please don't tell me this is an innocent activist at the same time.
No. You are saying a trained policeman cannot capture a person with a gun inside house. It was a very simple thing. What I'm trying to tell is in the case of Bharat Tiwari, justice will be prevailed.
You can't justify a live stream murder.
Investigations are on. Action has been taken and nothing and no incident.
Yeah, but Vivek, you stop making it political, no? It's not going to get your party back into power. You had a chance, you lost the elections.
I have to tell Jansuda,
not everything is for power, Arnab. Who better than you know? Not everything is for power. There's a live stream murder. We can't stoop at that level. Not everything is for power. Not everything is for TRP, right, Arnab? You didn't do Tusha's thing for TRP. It was genuinely followed up. And that's why I'm thankful on behalf of all Biharis.
I am keen to pick it up, but I just... If you're all agreeing on it, and we agree there are only two options. You are saying that the instruction has gone from Chief Minister. They are saying it's a local level mistake. Now,
we are saying there should be inquiry, Arnab. We are saying there should be inquiry.
So there will be an inquiry.
We are saying there should be inquiry with a sitting judge, not a retired. Arnab, you're a rational person. Why would you put a retired judge? Why would you put a retired judge in the judicial inquiry? Isn't this a valid question? Just tell me logically, you're a rational.
Why not a sitting judge? I mean, why? You see, a judicial inquiries often become cover-ups. I'm sorry, with the greatest of respect, it's a time-buying tactic, right, Satya? You don't want to buy time on this.
No. There are so many inquiries. Even in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, there was an inquiry.
Okay.
There was an inquiry in the Babri Mosque demolition. There are so many inquiries. The government, appoint a judicial inquiry with the bigger terms and reference to investigate from every angle that who is the culprit, why this happened, and who are the responsible people behind this whole drama, whole scene, whole incident. In so many cases, retired justice is appointed as a head of the judicial commission. Even in the Bhagalpur Roy case, there was a retired justice who investigated the complete case, and the government is definitely not duty bound to, accept the recommendation. But the judicial inquiry recommend the government that these actions must be taken, because this is a very high level case. A guy of 24 or 25 years.
I think we must. I'm short of time. I'll pick this up. I'll put more reporters on the ground, and I will be back with this. At 9 o'clock tonight is it time for Bhagwant Mann to quit in the middle of the sacrilege storm. We'll tell you who's lying and who's not.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे, जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे, अरे सॉलिड इसकी फील है, जिंदल साथी सील है, दोस्त की स्टेनलेस स्टील है, क्वालिटी में दम है साथी रे, बिजनेस करेगा ग्रो साथी रे, टाइमलेस इसका लुक है साथी रे, और जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे।
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ। सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग, 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
Armed forces at the borders, you know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this question to each one of you. Time. You can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to answer this question. You can count the number of victims of terror in India, right? Cross-border terror. But look at the number of victims of Maoist terror. 9,000 civilians have been killed in the last 20 years. 9,000. Cross-border terrorists are only a fraction of that. 2,700 security have been martyred fighting Maoists. 2,700, right? In the case of, and my question is, you can take it, Rakesh sir, and then Ashok ji and Rudresh can take, 30 seconds. When you don't know who the enemy is, who's funding the enemy? Because the enemy is right next to you. The enemy is getting money from somewhere else. The enemy is pumping in money to Maoists to fight our forces. So how do you deal with that? So we refer to some of these people as urban Naxals. They could be anywhere. They could be around you. How do you deal with urban Naxals?
हमारी सरकार जिस तरह काम कर रही है, उसने देश के लोगों की एस्पिरेशन बहुत बढ़ा दी है। हमारे देश में एक फौज ऐसी है, उसको लगता है ये सब मामला कुछ गड़बड़ है, लेकिन लोग आखिरकार ये अपेक्षाएं किसके पास करेंगे भाई? जो करता है उससे पास करेंगे ना, सामान्य लोग भी नहीं। पूरी कांग्रेस पार्टी कहती है कि जरा मोदी जी ये हो जाना चाहिए, होना चाहिए, कहते रहते ना। उनको भरोसा है, करेगा तो यही करेगा।
Decades back, doing an international film was a validation. It's no longer validation. Wow. It's no longer validation. It's collaboration. At the moment, we are collaborating, and the world is looking at us, looking at the talents which we have in this country. When I went on the Oscar stage also, I went on stage, not that I got validation, but I went there, I worked there, I met all the executives as a proud Indian.
regular janta who's earning their daily wages or their monthly wages, they work so hard, and for them to invest on a person, they're not going to see which actor's son you are. It is pure cinema, being part of a good cinema, good film, and your hard work. And if you're sincere to your work, I think none of the lineage and coming from somebody will matter after the first film.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Many viewers of Republic have been calling in, writing in, expressing their opinion on whether we think Bhagwant Mann, Chief Minister of Punjab, should quit. And I'm holding back my final opinion on this till the end of the debate. But I want to say a few things tonight. Bhagwant Mann must clarify in more detail than he has so far whether the video that shows him sprinkling liquor on Sikh gurus and carrying out some rather offensive and unspeakable actions that hurt the sentiment of all Sikhs and all right-thinking people in this country. He has to explain why we should believe the man in that picture is not him. Because if there's even 1% truth in that video, he has no right to stay in office. Now, in case you haven't heard about this case, there's a video which has emerged and which has been in controversy for a while now, which shows a man believed to be Bhagwant Mann sprinkling liquor on Sikh gurus and carrying out other offensive and unspeakable acts which have offended not just Sikh sentiment but the sentiment of people across the country. The Akal Takht had summoned him in January, and when he met them face to face, because he has to submit to the highest body, he said, see, this video is not true and it's made up, it's AI generated. But the Akal Takht got the forensics done on it, and they said the forensics proved that it was Bhagwant Mann in that video. And the Akal Takht a few days back declared him a Guru Drohi, anti-Sikh, anti-Khalsa Path, which means it's the end of his political career. Let me tell you, in Punjab, which is heading to elections early next year, is the end of his political career. Now, Bhagwant Mann refuses to accept that he carried out this sacrilege. Though I must say here tonight, admittedly, it has been reported that the Chief Minister of Punjab has a drinking problem. Now, he's gone on record to say, I swear on my family members, I'm not going to drink again. But there was a controversy also when he appeared in the assembly. That's the video, in a rather strange frame of mind, and he was accused of being intoxicated, drunk, inebriated in the assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, why is it that this allegation of persistent alcoholism continues to follow the political career of Bhagwant Mann? Is there anyone else who is always accused of being drunk? Now, viewers, Something very strange. Look at that. That's another video of him. He had to be almost carried back. This is an unfortunate behavior, ladies and gentlemen. And there he almost slipped, carried back. You can't do this when you're a public figure. You just cannot do this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the point is this. Did Bhagwant Mann try to counter the Akal Takht's forensic report by creating one of his own? Now you say there's a saying that to cover up one lie, you say 1,000 lies and then end up lying 1,000 times, and a simple lie becomes a complicated lie and you cover up. The best thing would have been to admit if it is true. But now it is believed that Bhagwant Mann sent his policemen to meet people, as is found in that video showing Crown Plaza Gurugram visuals, to meet someone to try and fabricate a forensic report to give himself a clean sheet, to create a forensic report, to say that the visual of the man who committed sacrilege was not him. The problem is that was also captured. In fact, there are hotel receipts of the stay. There's a complaint which is there. There is CCTV footage which has emerged. And there are financial transactions which have been found. And the allegation is that Bhagwant Mann and his people were offering 10 lakh rupees for a forensic report to give the Chief Minister a clean sheet and get him out of this sacrilege case. Now, in that case, Bhagwant Mann is in serious trouble. First, for sacrilege. Second, for lying about it. Therefore, perjury before the highest religious body. And now to try and cover it up with an act of forgery. So as of this minute, Bhagwant Mann is accused of sacrilege, perjury, forgery, fraud, and conspiracy. With so much against him, and even WhatsApp conversations are out there, the documented facts are there. Did Bhagwant Mann tell his government officers to cover him up? Does Bhagwant Mann have a serious drinking problem? Is Bhagwant Mann an unresolved alcoholic? Did Bhagwant Mann offer a 10 lakh bribe to fabricate a report? Did Bhagwant Mann send his police to meet the forensics at a hotel? Has Bhagwant Mann ended up implicating himself? Ladies and gentlemen, see, I don't care about a person's drinking habit. I don't give two hoots about whether he's an alcoholic, but I do now if he has done what he's done and because he's sitting as Chief Minister. So if you ask me tonight, I say to Bhagwant Mann that there is one option you have. Come on my show. Face me. Face to face. We'll talk. I'll give you an opportunity, not a platform. But I will ask you some questions and we'll carry it live. Then the people will judge whether you should quit or not. That's an open invitation to Bhagwant Mann. Will he take up my challenge? I'll wait. Let's debate.
For the last few months, Bhagwant Mann has been firefighting the sacrilege controversy. Over this video, allegedly shot in Canada, in it, a man resembling Mann, wearing boxers, a glass of alcohol in his hand, and sprinkling it over the photos of gurus.
सब कुछ फोर्स्ड है आपके पास, किसी बात का जवाब ही नहीं है, किसी बात का जवाब नहीं उनके पास. सिर्फ एक बात कहेंगे, मेरे पे हमले कर रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारी सरकार दोबारा बन रही है, क्योंकि इलेक्शन आ गई है. ये बातों का जवाब नहीं है. सवाल इस बात के हैं, वीडियो में आप हैं कि नहीं. सवाल इस बात के हैं कि शराब पी के आपने गुरु साहिबानों का अपमान करके और आप पैसे के दम पर, पुलिस के दम पर ये सारी सिख कौम को चिढ़ाने का काम कर रहे हैं कि मैं परवाह नहीं करता तुम्हारी. सवाल ये हो रहा है.
Bhagwant claimed the man in the video did not resemble him, while party claimed it was an AI-generated video. Today, his government is in the dock for possible cover-up and forging a forensic report.
तो उनका ये था कि कहते कोई बात नहीं, तुम्हारी ओन होते हैं फॉरेंसिक्स पर, तुम किसी का वो दो, ठीक है, काम करना है अपने ये ऐसे करके रिपोर्ट बनानी है भगवान जी के फेवर में. और उसमें जो दूसरे वो लोग हैं उनके पास 2 रिपोर्ट है कि जो रिपोर्ट है AI जनरेटेड नहीं है। मैंने कहा सर ऐसा मेरे को नॉलेज नहीं है, मैं रिपोर्ट नहीं बना सकता। आप जो भी इंसान है उसको आपको पेन ड्राइव वगैरह देनी पड़ेगी, वो देखेगा, उस हिसाब से रिपोर्ट बनेगी।
The BJP, Akali Dal and Congress are pointing at this CCTV video of Punjab government IPS officers inside a hotel in Gurugram, meeting forensic experts, striking a deal.
ਅਸੀਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਫੋਰੈਂਸਿਕ ਲੈਬ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਂਚ ਕਰਾਈ। ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਫੋਰੈਂਸਿਕ ਲੈਬ ਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਨੇ ਹਮਲਾ ਕਰਤਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਕਾਲੀ ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਕਾਂਗਰਸੀ ਤਿੰਨੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਯਾਰ ਹੁਣ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਇਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਵਾਲਾ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਲਟਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਕਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਜਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਬੈਠੇ, ਲੋਕ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਂਭੇ ਦੇਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ, ਲੋਕ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਕਲੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਘਟੀਆ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੈਬਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ FIR ਦਾ ਡਰ ਦੇ ਕੇ, ਟੌਰਚਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਡਰਾਵਾ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਕਹਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਲਏ ਸੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਫਰਜ਼ੀ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਅੱਛਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਬ ਚੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਫਰਜ਼ੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਬ ਚੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਅਸਲੀ।
Gurugram police have arrested 2 men for preparing the fabricated report. The BJP has called for an investigation and demanded action against Maan.
मुझे लगता है उसकी जांच भी हो चुकी है और आप तो पार्लियामेंट में है, आपने यहाँ से लेके वहाँ तक, लोकसभा से विधानसभा तक का आचरण देखा भी होगा, क्या क्या होता रहा। और अगर ऐसा ही तो क्यों नहीं एक सिटिंग जज इसकी जांच करे या CBI इसकी जांच करे।
The issue is a sensitive one. If Bhagwant Maan is innocent, why did his officers want a forged report? If true, should he resign as the Punjab Chief Minister?
First, I have with me on a one-on-one Bikram Singh Majithia, senior leader of the Ceremonies Akali Dal. Mr. Majithia, now we have 2 forensic reports. One which has already come out of the Akal Takht, right? And the second one which it seems was being planned by Bhagwant Maan. The second report is not out. Will this case become one of report versus report eventually? Now, why should one report be taken more seriously than the other?
So good evening, Arnab. I guess that is what Bhagwant Maan would want, because the confusion suits him just fine. The fact of the matter is that what is the report about? This report, this particular video has been, it came out in public domain by whom? A very close personal aide friend of Bhagwant Maan, a man called Jagmant Samra, a very old associate who Bhagwant Maan used to wine, dine and holiday with. Now, when that video came out in public domain in the month of October 2025, Bhagwant Maan made a statement that this video is AI, and he got cases registered against Jagmant Samra. And after that, nothing, it all went quiet. Then a complaint goes to the Akal Takht Sahab, Jathedar Sahab. In interest of fair play, the Jathedar calls Bhagwant Maan to the Akal Takht Sahab. Bhagwant Maan goes there after a lot of hesitation, and he's asked a specific question. That he's shown the video and asked that, what do you want to say about this? He says, Jagmant Samra made it, it's forged. So the Jathedar then tells him, okay, give me names of 2 laboratories where you have full faith, we'll get them tested from there. He did not have an answer. He said, let me think about it. There was nothing to think about. There are government, state, forensic laboratories in Chandigarh, in Delhi, in Hyderabad, in Pune, where most of the government cases, where all the top cases go to, whether it's murder or any other crime. Now he knew that if he sends it to a laboratory, which is a state laboratory, things will not be in his control and he would be exposed. So he, instead of giving the names, tried to buy time. Now the Jathedar again goes back to Bhagwant Mann thrice. That I've been waiting for the names, you haven't given me any. But Bhagwan doesn't give him a name. So eventually, the Jathedar Sahib gets his checked. And eventually it so comes out that those, after 6 months it's come out.
But gets it checked from, I'm told, gets it checked from a government-approved laboratory. Is that a central government-approved laboratory?
He gets it checked. I don't have those papers with me, but what he has, the statement that the Jathedar Sahib has made after 6 months of inquiries, that these forensic laboratory reports have come. One came in May and the other came in June, and it is said that both those videos are genuine.
Do you believe, Mr. Majitia, I'll run the visuals,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. I tell you one thing, Bikramji. I have not,
Yes.
I don't want to play the full video because it's a terrible video. If it is true, I don't even care whether it's Bhagwant Mann. Anyone doing that should be hauled
Absolutely.
out, right? It doesn't matter for me with Bhagwant Mann, right? But you believe
True.
this, you believe this man wearing those tight shorts out there, not wearing a turban, looking relatively slim. I can tell you, Bhagwant Mann is not a slim man, right? Do you really believe that is Bhagwant Mann in those visuals? You believe it's him?
Absolutely. No. So the videos are not of right now. They are a couple of years old.
So why? Okay. So here's a question, Mr. Majitia. Here's a question. If they're a couple of years old, should you also not ask why they have come out now when the run-up to the Punjab elections has started?
So, first, Arnab, there are 2 points to it. You're absolutely right. But did I bring them out? It's his own friend who brought them out. Now, something that two friends have enjoyed in person, and if something comes out in public domain, and he happens to be the Chief Minister of Punjab, who's conducting himself in such in a manner which is hurtful.
Are these visuals from when he was Chief Minister of Punjab?
Beg your pardon?
Do you have a date to this? Was this video recorded when he was Chief Minister of Punjab?
No, I was not present to it, but obviously what's been talked about is somewhere in 2014-15 when he traveled to Canada with this gentleman, when he spent a lot of time there. Now, that is besides the point, Arnab. The fact of the matter is that he was given a patient and a hearing to clear himself with it. Are you allowed to hurt my religious feelings? You can't go around sprinkling liquor, behaving in this disgusting fashion. And it's not only about this. He's an habitual offender. The man is a drunkard. He's gone to Gurdwara Sahibs. He's gone to the Guru Granth Sahib's Maharaj Hazri in Bargadi where he was shooed away. Now I'm showing you a tweet of his wife, his ex-wife, the mother of his two children.
What tweet?
What have they said?
What is she?
They are saying the same thing, that you've been hiding the truth for too long. It's going to come and haunt you.
But why are you bringing up what his wife says? He's separated from his first wife, right? Is that his first wife?
Yeah, absolutely. But his first wife, who was married to him for around 15-20 years, who they have two children together, his own daughter, Sirat Kaur, is on record saying that I am ashamed of calling you my father. And she refers to him as the CM Bhagwant Mann. Now tell me something, a person whose daughter refuses to refer to him as her father, and the wife who has so many things to say about him, why won't we believe?
Okay, now tell me, it's clear to me, Mr. Majitia, and that's my last question to you because I'm getting into a debate. It's clear to me he's not going to quit. He's going to fight, okay? Because if he admits this, not only is he toast politically, the AAP is also over, right? In at least in this upcoming elections in Punjab, unless they replace him with someone else.
Yes.
Okay. Now, right? So, if he doesn't quit now, what happens, right? If he's not going to quit, the Akal Takht has already said what they have about him.
Arnab, you have to realize one thing. There are, we in Punjab, for us, Akal Takht Sahib is supreme. Darbar Sahib and Sri Harmandir Sahib and the Takht Sahib is, there's nothing beyond that for any Guru Nanak Naam Lewa Sangat. And nobody is going to tolerate this kind of a behavior where he's doing what he's doing.
So
in that video.
did someone do a sting operation on him? They've got this WhatsApp conversation with a man called SP Jashan Gill Punjab, like where the superintendent of police is giving instructions on what the forensic report should say. So it appears to me that you got a smile on your face, Mr. Majitia. That means he's been stung. This is typically he's been.
You give me.
He's been put in a
want
trap.
To raise three. If you give me 2-3 minutes,
Yeah.
I want to raise 2-3 fundamental points. You know, this SP Jashandeep is cybercrime, and the CP Ludhiana is. Or if you read one of the messages here, he's writing to the forensic guy asking him, "Vadiya ji report bana do, make a good report," and in the conclusion, "But jaldi banayo inanu." And then he says, you put this one query in it, that does the character in the video match the photographs of the Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, Shri Bhagwant Singh Mann, downloaded from publicly available images on the internet? He puts a question mark to it, and then says you quote this, and then says you go on to deny this. So I want to ask 2-3 questions. That when there is a forensic laboratory in Chandigarh, which is government approved, why did he need to go to these gentlemen in Gurgaon? Why? And on how isn't it against service rules where a cop goes and stays in a 5-star hotel? They are using state secret funds to use to make these reports that suits him.
Yeah, I get it. This is a bad scene. Okay, so you know the problem.
Last point, there was a DIG caught here with 8 lakh of rupees. The CBI caught him, and 7.5 crores were recovered from him.
Yeah.
I want to know 10 lakhs has been given in cash by these officers.
This is such a murky matter. I can talk to you for a long time. I am going to get you back on this because we are going to do an investigative story on this by tomorrow, day after. Mr. Majitia, thank you very much. Thank you. Unbelievable story here. We're going to the debate tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Aam Aadmi Party's Anmol today with us again. We have Arshdeep Singh Clare, Chief Spokesperson of the Shiromani Akali Dal, right? And we have Rohan Gupta. That's fine. Ramneek can join us later. Now, see. You must answer my question. I have only 2 requests. One, you must answer my question.
Please don't interrupt.
I know one. Second point is...
When I speak, please don't interrupt.
You have I will only when I come in.
Every question.
Second point is...
You can ask me 10 questions.
Second point is, so the question here is...
Yes.
Question here.
I'm noting down your questions, but please don't interrupt.
But if you don't answer my question, I will.
No, but I'll answer on my own. I'll answer every
Superintendent of Police, Jashan Gill, Punjab. Phone number ending with 76. With 14.3 megabytes of memory left on his phone or used, giving direct instructions on how to manufacture a forensic report and saying ki ye kar do, wo kar do, amendment kar do, I will get approval, and this is a report which is being given to him. So that, and it's there, ladies and gentlemen, right? Okay. Evidence number 1, evidence number 2, hotel room number 3004, copy of invoice of stay, Punjab Police, DIG officer, Hotel Crown Plaza, Gurgaon, number 2. Point number 3, the video which is alleged to be of 2014. Now, obviously, this is 13 years back. So if you're looking at the physical features of the Chief Minister and saying he looked quite slim then, well, he was slim 13 years back. He's put on weight now. Okay, the visual number 3 is that of a man who does terrible things there. Now, the thing is, what the hell is going on now, you know, Anmol? If you defend him, you run the risk that when his lies get caught nicely, 2 Government of India recognized laboratories have submitted report to the Akal Takht. You have no respect for the Akal Takht. You may not have respect for the Government of India, but you have no respect for Akal Takht.
We have full respect.
Okay, so now I'll give you your chance to respond to these 3 things. Okay, Anmol, and till 2 minutes I won't stop you. Go on.
At the start of your show, you said that video shows him sprinkling liquor. Why should we believe that he's not in the video? So are you authenticating that video? Are you authenticating that video? Are you authenticating that video? Yes or no? It's for you.
Is that Bhagwan Man?
It's for you. Are you authenticating that video?
Is that Bhagwan Man?
Are you authenticating that video? Yes or no?
To government labs or what?
Are you authenticating? Has the government lab authenticated that the person in the video is Bhagwant Mann? Are you authenticating that?
Akal Takht has.
Oh, no. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. That is why.
You should respect the Akal Takht.
You are declaring a person guilty on the basis of
You are attacking the Akal Takht live on my program.
Because none of the laboratories, none of the report has authenticated that the person in the video is Bhagwant Manji, and he himself have categorically denied it time and again. You know, the point is, you also said that forensic report proves that it was Bhagwant Mann, but it is incorrect. It is incorrect. You have lied to the country. The point is that a government that provides free education for all children, that provides free treatment up to 10 lakhs to every citizen of Punjab, that provides free electricity, 67,000 jobs, that has introduced the WWII bill, that is providing, that has doubled the canal irrigation water, a government that has fulfilled every promise and transformed Punjab into Rangla Punjab. The real challenge before the Congress, Akali and BJP is a Bhagwant Mann government that is delivering on all counts. And you know, there's only one weapon for them. That weapon is lies, conspiracy, propaganda, and Godi media that cannot even authenticate the video itself. Secondly, if Punjab police really wanted to manufacture that video, then why would they go to Gurgaon, a state ruled by BJP, जहाँ पे पुलिस भी भाजपा की, जहाँ पे सरकार भी भाजपा की? अगर उन्हें करना होता पंजाब पुलिस को, पंजाब में कर लेते. Point number 3. Ever since Bhagwant Mann government has introduced WWII bill, the Akalis, the Congress and BJP, they are all rattled. इन्हें जो है ना, इन्हें समझ नहीं आ रहा कि ये क्या करें. That is why they are spreading these fake narratives. And you know what? ये कह रहे हैं कि वीडियो हमने बनाया जसप्रीत सिंह. ये जसप्रीत सिंह तो राजनाथ सिंह का खास आदमी है. ये रहा राजनाथ सिंह का खास आदमी, भाजपा के आदमी से वीडियो बना के हमारे ऊपर आरोप लगा रहे हैं. And they have also given a call. Akalis, Congress, BJP have given a call कि भगवंत मान से रिश्ता तोड़ दो, जाना छोड़ दो, उससे बातचीत करनी छोड़ दो. Look at the crowd. 5 times, हजारों करोड़ लाखों की संख्या में लोग उनकी रैली में आ रहे हैं. People of Punjab have already rejected Akalis. जिन्हें एक सीट दी गई हो, जिन पे जनता को ही भरोसा ना हो, वो इनके झूठ में फंसने वाले नहीं हैं. And you must apologize to the people of Punjab, and you must apologize to Bhagwant Mann for spreading these fake and false narratives. That video, you have not authenticated that video.
Okay, I'll let Arshdeep.
And you are still lying.
Arshdeep and Rohan come in. Thank you. I'll let Arshdeep and Rohan come in. As I come into this, ladies and gentlemen, I only ask you: is there a person called DIG Swapan Sharma and did any such individual stay in hotel bill room number 3004, and is that person presently in service in the Punjab Police? I ask you my second question: is there a person called SP Jashan Gill in the cyber cell or some part of the police, and does he carry a phone number that ends with 476? Is there such an individual? Are these one? I'm not talking one. Third point is, Arshdeep, the question is this now, right? Is there a group which has a problem with Bhagwant Mann and feels that this is the weapon, this is the right time to pull out the weapon, who've been sitting on this video? This video has been there is about 13 years old, okay? And it's being used now. Why has it been pulled out before the Punjab elections? Arshdeep. Arshdeep, can you unmute yourself?
Start by saying that a sacrilege is a sacrilege.
Okay.
Please unmute myself.
No, you're unmuted. Yeah.
So I must say, Mr. Arnab, that a sacrilege is a sacrilege. No matter how old it is. Maybe it is a 7-year-old video, maybe it's a 13-year-old video. Now the question which arises today is that the Chief Minister, who went himself to the Akal Takht and submitted that he'll provide the name of 2 laboratories, and Jathedar Akal Takht Saab can get the video testified from those laboratories. So this is in January 2026, 15 January 2026. Now we are in the end of June. Did Mr. Bhagwant Mann has given any name to the Jathedar Akal Takht Sahib? No. And for these 6 months, if the Chief Minister's video was, on the media, on the social media, what action did Punjab government take? Did the Punjab government or the Punjab police got those videos verified? The answer is no. No, when Akal Takht Sahib verified it from the topmost laboratories in the country, the Punjab police, Mr. Bhagwant Mann and the Aam Aadmi Party, they hatch a conspiracy. They go to Gurgaon. They didn't go to the CFSL Chandigarh. They did not go to the CFSL Shimla. They did not go to the CFSL Hyderabad. All the government laboratories, they go to a private laboratory. Now the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, he says that this is the man of Rajnath Singh. Okay, if I believe him, then why did your police go to him? It is your police who contacted him. It is your police who paid him 10 lakhs. Why? Did your chief minister answer in today's, whatever his press briefing? Did he raise any question on the authenticity of this laboratory?
Okay, I just want to,
now,
I want to give an opportunity. I'm coming to you.
Doesn't say a word.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to, no, I just come to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we must remain calm through this discussion. Religious sentiments are involved. There are a lot of people who also ask, why is the Aam Aadmi Party challenging the Akal Takht? It must submit to the wisdom of the Akal Takht, because the Akal Takht is not for followers of a political party. Akal Takht is for all Sikhs, so we must respect the Akal Takht. That is your choice, how you respond to the Akal Takht.
See, we have...
Rohan is the guy who's put out the complaint, right? There is a complainant in this case, right? And based on that complaint, the Gurugram police has arrested 2 people, both 25 years old, in relation with the preparation or alleged preparation of a fake forensic and cyber report along with financial transactions linked to the case. Is it the case that, and there's nothing wrong with it if you've done it, and police can use these methods, have you been tracking, have you as in has the central government or political party, BJP, been tracking, or does it have informers within the Punjab police who have told it that Bhagwant Mann is trying to cover things up with a forensic report? How did you get advance information that these police officers went? Now, there is a CCTV footage from Hotel Crown Plaza, Gurugram. Was this a sting operation being conducted by a group which wanted to use this controversy to unseat Bhagwant Mann? And therefore, it was very carefully planned that we'll sting the police, we'll get them in, we'll bring them to Gurugram, we'll get them into the transaction. Secondly, is there anything to back up the financial transaction? This claim being made that 10 lakh rupees was being offered, Rohan, to get a fake report. Is there some claim that proves that to be true?
See, Arnab, first of all, when you started debate, you came with a very, very specific points. It was not general. It was not obligate, or objections or any kind of allegations. No. Specific points.
Yeah.
And the answer what Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson gave, I reminded of before election Delhi thing. Same thing. When she smell question was asked regarding Kejriwal, same kind of answer. When the liquor scam happened, same kind of victim card was played. But I think Aam Aadmi Party has taken post of CM to a new low. Can you expect a CM which is always intoxicated? Can you expect a CM whose video comes by? When you see it on screen, you feel really shameful. Can you expect a CM who disrespects Akal Takht? And the evidence is what have that when Akal Takht gave him opportunity that you please give us the name of 2 laboratories, which he could not give. After that, he goes to Gurugram. After that, these evidences come. So first of all, Arnab, how low this party will stoop to? This is really new low to the Indian democracy, to Indian politics, where a party which comes to power in name of Aam Aadmi, they are taking it to a newer low. And again, they are questioning, they are playing victim card. Is this the time to play victim card? No. These are serious allegations and Bhagwant Mann should come out and answer them. How can you insult Akal Takht? How can you disavow Akal Takht? Why you didn't go back? If you are innocent, why didn't give you name of 2 laboratories long back? What were you waiting for? Why you have to go to Gurugram? So I think these are all the evidences which are clear. It's a clear-cut open and shut case. where he is responsible. Whether you do sacrilege at 5 years back, 10 years back, sacrilege is sacrilege. Then definitely you can go back and apologize and see that what kind of decision Akal Takht takes. But you are disrespecting your religion, you are disrespecting people of the state, you are disrespecting the democracy of the country, and still you have courage to play the victim card. These are the core questions, Arnab. And I'm really sorry to say, this party has taken Indian politics to a new low, and after Delhi, people of Punjab are going to reply on this.
Now see, Anmol, this is a religious matter. Please remember that the Akal Takht is the highest authority of Sikhs. And it has declared your chief minister guilty of religious misconduct. It's a very serious matter, viewers. It has labelled him anti-Guru, betrayer of the Guru, Guru Drohi, and Khalsa Panth Drohi, someone opposed to the Khalsa Panth over the video. And now we have an extraordinary situation of an open battle between the highest religious body of the Sikhs and the Aam Aadmi Party. And you are doing this to back an individual called Bhagwant Mann, which means you are willing to sacrifice your party's existence in Punjab to support Bhagwant Mann, knowing his background. Now, the question I have for you is this. You know, and I know, you've seen you know that there are weaknesses and mistakes that Bhagwant Mann has made in the past. He's publicly said, I will try to give up my problem with alcohol. Is it worth it for you, right, to back him to this point only on his word? When this kind of evidence is coming up, maybe people would have appreciated it if you had said that, see, you stepped down because now all this evidence is coming, all this kind of papers are coming. You would step down till the matter is sorted and we'll talk after that, right? You can't. Now you've gone into all-out war with the Akal Takht in Punjab.
Can I respond?
You understand that point? I hope yes, you must respond.
Yes. We have utmost respect for Shri Akal Takht Sahib. वो सर्वोच्च हैं, हम नमन करते हैं, हमेशा करते आए हैं, हमेशा करते रहेंगे. Secondly, all the spokespersons on your panel, including you, Arnab, don't have the courage to verify, to authenticate whether the person in that video is Bhagwant Mann, because he's not. That is why everything is on the basis of assumption and presumption. And these false and fabricated claims are being made which are baseless to the core. I still give you, I didn't interrupt. Arnab, I didn't interrupt. This is not the way.
One minute, just one minute.
I still challenge
Rohan, this debate, I hope you realize this debate, Rohan, this debate, one is a serious debate, it's a sensitive debate. 1 minute. I'll come to you, Ramnik. So many people are watching, lots of people are commenting, people are calling me from Punjab. I think we respect everyone. Rohan, given the sensitivity of the debate, don't interrupt him now. Because in the heat of the moment, we may end up saying things we regret. So let's calm down. I will come to you, Ramnik, but complete your point.
This fake and fabricated video was first uploaded by Jagman Samra, claiming that it is from Mumbai.
Was Jagman Samra, this man, not close at one point of time? Majithia told me that he was very close to Bhagwant Mann. Was he or was he not?
Anyone, the Punjabis don't believe Majithia. They don't believe Chitta Party and ED Party. They believe Bhagwant Mann because he has worked for their welfare. And when that video was uploaded, he claimed that it is from Mumbai, but it has been authenticated that this video, that this particular setup is of one of the hotels in Canada. However, Bhagwant Manji has never visited Canada after 2015. And here, look at this picture. It is from the same video. Here's a silicone mask. You can zoom it. Zoom करके दिखाइए जरा इन्हें कि कैसे फर्जी वीडियो चलाते हैं. Secondly, Arnab ji, आप ये दिखा रहे थे that you have evidence, although you are neither authenticating the video nor authenticating this chat. But even if we consider, आप कह रहे हैं कि ये evidence है, क्या लिखा है इसमें? Today. कब का है ये? 15 तारीख का. FIR कब हुई है? 23 तारीख में. Today कैसे आ सकता है? अगर FIR 23 तारीख में हुई है, तो screenshot कब लिया गया है? 23 तारीख में तो नहीं लिया गया, अदरवाइज यहाँ पे लिखा था 15 तारीख, यहाँ पे टुडे लिखा हुआ है. ये भी गलत है, ये भी फोर्स्ड है.
Today can be any day.
Today can be any day. आप अगर पिछले हफ्ते की चैट लोगे, आप अगर पिछले हफ्ते की चैट लोगे, तो वो दिखाएगा last week.
उसकी प्रिंटआउट अगर स्क्रीनशॉट उस दिन की हो, तो टुडे दिखाएगी. What are you talking about?
Are you authenticating this? Are you authenticating this video and screenshot?
Let's get the CDR records.
Just a simple question.
Let's get the
yes or
CDR.
no?
I asked
yes
you
or
today.
no?
Let's get
yes
the CDR
no?
records of SP
Are you
Jashan.
authenticating this?
Is there a man called SP Jashan Singh?
Are you authenticating this or
Is
not?
there a man called
yes
Jashan Singh Gill?
You are a responsible.
Is there such a man?
You are a responsible.
Is this a fictitious?
Are you authenticating
is this a fictitious person?
Are you authenticating this?
Is it a real person?
Are you authenticating this?
Is it a real person? Is it a real person?
You are not.
Is it a real person?
You know that it is false.
You mean to say he doesn't exist?
You know that it is fabricated.
Okay, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. The question goes: Is there a man called?
Fabricated.
Is there a man anywhere called SP Jashan Singh Gill?
Anytime you can apologize to Bhagwant Mann, anytime you can apologize to the people of Punjab, माफ कर देंगे आप.
You are asking for an apology to the Akal Takht.
No, I am asking.
You want
I
Akal
want you
Takht.
to apologize to the people of Punjab.
Okay, viewers.
We have utmost respect for Sri Akal Takht Sahib, but I want you to apologize to the people of Punjab.
Because I'll tell you.
Why are you spreading lies?
Because I'll tell you. Let me make.
Why are you spreading lies?
Let me just make a point here. The Punjab Assembly.
No one believes Chitta Party.
The Punjab Assembly passed a special act, an anti-sacrilege law, in a special Vaisakhi session at Anandpur Sahib.
On 13th April.
Strengthening the punishment for sacrilege up to life imprisonment. It faced criticism for bypassing the SGPC. By that logic, Ramnik, if this sacrilege is proved to be true, should Bhagwant Mann face life imprisonment? The sensitive matters. If true, I've caveated it. Now, Ramnik, last speaker, he speaks and then you respond. Ramnik.
Okay. So, Arnab, may I ask you a question? Have you seen the video, Arnab?
Yeah, I've seen the video.
How many men are in that video? How many people do you see in that video?
One.
And then Shri Akal Takht Sahib concludes that Bhagwant Singh Mann is a Guru Dukhi and Panth Virodhi. There is no other person who is visible. Now he says this is a silicon mask. Which forensic laboratory has given you a certificate that's a silicon mask?
And which forensic authority has given you the certificate that the person in the video is Bhagwant Mann?
Please don't. Arnab, can you please ask him not to interject me, please, sir? Which forensic laboratory have you approached? We have 7, 8 CFSLs in India. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, Bhopal, Guwahati, Chandigarh, Delhi. Which one did you approach? You had the time, you had the opportunity. Now, Arnab, they are very quick. When I say they, I mean Aam Aadmi Party. They're very, very quick to file FIRs against political opponents, against activists, against journalists, against people who oppose them or speak against them. They have a track record, Arnab. Now, the evidence that they're relying upon is fabricated and money has changed hands. There is evidence of them paying 10 lakh rupees. Which account did they come from? Did it come from Punjab Police's account? Did it come from Punjab government's account? Or it was money which was paid in black? That needs to be investigated and therefore there is an FIR. Now there is no letterhead, there is no signature. The SP Cyber, Jashandeep Gill, is instructing the man that this is what I want. Change this, make this language different. Jaldi karo, sheti deo mainu. This is what, 1191 frames being checked in under 48 hours. Money paid. This is all circumstantial evidence.
I ask you one question. One question, may I 1 minute. Ramnik, please listen to me, Anmol. I ask you again, with a caveat that in life I have one philosophy. I tell anyone who has lied that if you lie once and you apologize, people will forgive you. Am I right here? Do you all agree with me on this? If you lie once and you apologize, people will forgive you. But if you lie a second time and a third time and a fourth time and a fifth time, then, Mr. Clare, it gets very complicated. You are then caught in what is classically called a web of lies. Right? You agree with me, Arshdeep, on that philosophy, that approach? You agree with me, Arshdeep?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
So my question is,
yes.
Is there any conversation or communication that has happened between anyone from the Punjab Police and 2 non-existent labs called Cyber Sentinel and Cyber Yan? And did any of these 2 give a certificate under pressure or inducement, right, from Punjab police officials to give a report claiming that the person in the sacrilege video is not man. That's all. And you see, the thing is, you are typically caught in what I call the Suresh Kalmadi trap. You know what happened to Suresh Kalmadi? No, Suresh Kalmadi started lying to cover up, and then he lied a second time, third time, fourth time, and then he was exposed. See, now question is,
Can I respond?
did anyone?
It's the Kejriwal trap.
Huh? Yes, sir.
It's the Kejriwal trap. Recent one. Sea smell.
Now, did anybody connect with Cyber Sentinel and Cyberyan, meet them, right, pay money through an online transaction to get 2 reports saying that this is not man?
So it is
Arnab,
out in public.
No, what Mr. Clare is saying something to you, then I'm coming to you. Yes, Mr. Clare, what are you saying?
This is out in public. It is out in public. There are 2 videos from the Hotel Crown Plaza where Swapan Sharma, the Commissioner of Police Ludhiana, and Mr. Jashandeep Gill, the SP Cybercrime, they are sitting with Jasprit. And this Jashandeep Gill has a WhatsApp chat which is now viral, which is part of the police investigation, where he is dictating to Jasprit, who is the manager of these labs, that please prepare a report. Specific lines, specific paragraphs, specific words are being sent by this Jashandeep Gill to Jasprit. And now what I say, I ask Anmol one thing. When Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann today appeared before the media, did he say that the 2 laboratories from which the Chief Minister got a clean chit, are they registered with Government of India? Did he make a claim? No. Are they registered with the Government of Haryana? Did he make a claim? No. He simply said that the laboratories from which I have obtained a certificate, now the Haryana government has registered a case. So the entire story, long and short, is that Mr. Bhagwant Mann, in connivance with Swapan Sharma and Jashandeep Gill, procured a fabricated report from a laboratory whose office does not even exist, and the manager with whom they were dealing, the transactions of 10 lakhs.
Mr. Clare, 1 minute. Mr. Clare, 1 minute. I am asking a question to Anmol. Anmol, no, 1 minute. Anmol, my question to you. Anmol, my question to you. Forget his face. Forget what he looks like, everything. My question to you is, on scrutiny, the one question which will be asked.
Can I respond to your earlier questions?
Just 1 minute. It's only one question. Can you confirm to me that the 2 forensic labs which Bhagwant Mann and Punjab Finance Minister Harpal Singh Cheema claimed gave the Chief Minister a clean chit, do they go by the names 1, Cyber Sentinel, and 2nd, Cyberyan?
Responding to your first question, आपने कहा कि people forgive when you lie for the first time. 4 minutes are still left. You can still apologize to the people.
I'm asking you.
Secondly, look at the
second question. What was my second? You're not going to answer my question.
I'm answering your question.
This is not
you answer my question.
Yes. Ramneek Singh raised a question that why has no.
He's not answering my question.
They've been registered. Let me apprise you of the correct facts. They are all rattled. Look, they are all rattled. In November 2025, one of the journalists who was asked to circulate this fake video has registered an FIR with the Punjab police.
Anmol, listen to me 10 seconds.
We have already registered an FIR for this fake video.
10 seconds,
and secondly, certainly there exist both these laboratories.
He's lying. No.
One of them.
No, Mr. Anmol, please don't lie. No, please don't lie now.
Sir,
don't lie.
Please
don't lie. Please don't lie. It is by the Punjab police has registered FIR. Please don't lie, Mr. Anmol. It's an open challenge.
Yes or no? Are you authenticating that the person?
Yes, he is. The laboratory says so. And your report has simply. Your report is flat and simple. So please don't mislead people. Mr. Anmol, don't mislead.
You're all lying.
Yes, because your chief minister said that this is an AI video. The report said no. Everybody is lying.
On the point,
your chief minister is saying the truth. You mean whole of India, whole of Punjab is lying, and it is you who is only saying the truth.
No one is willing to authenticate this fake video.
Oh, it is authenticated that there is no discrepancy with the video. Please no. Please don't lie to the people.
There's a silicon mask.
Please don't lie.
Silicon mask.
Go to the courts. If people are lying, if we are lying, why are you not going to the court? Just submit to the court.
Punjab.
Just submit to the court then. Why are you not going for a lie detector? Why you don't submit to the court? Please go. Why are you not going to the court?
You did a self-poll by saying that why didn't you get it?
Please go to the court.
Punjab
if you have any doubts about the video, why you are not going to the court? Why you didn't go to the CM?
But it's one minute. It's an important point. And I go to Ramnik by saying this. If it just one minute, I have limited time. Clearly, if someone has offended you so much, you can sue him and go to court, one. B, my question was, are the two companies which Maan said have given him a clean sheet, are the names Cyber Sentinel and Cyber Yarn? Because if they are, then he has implicated himself.
One of them is working with NIA as well.
Is Cyber Cell and Cypher Cell and Cyber Yarn.
Working with NIA as
okay,
well.
Ramnik has a counter, he has been waiting. Ramnik, let him come. He's a counter.
Anmol, listen to me. Thank you. Anmol, you want us to apologize to you? Now, meri gal gaur na suno.
To the people of Punjab.
If you are listening, oh, chop kar ja baba. Bhagwan Singh, if you are listening.
लोगों से माफी मांगो, चुप तो तुम्हें रखा पंजाब की जनता ने, इसीलिए तो इस तरह की conspiracy कर रहे हो।
माफी मांग, and you will be.
काम पे तो तुम लड़ नहीं सकते चुनाव।
Oh, Anmol, खड़ जा,
तुम्हारे पास है नहीं चुनाव लड़ने के लिए।
You don't know nothing, Anmol. You don't know nothing. Anmol, you know nothing. मैं कह रहा हूँ भगवान सिंह if you are listening to me. भगवान सिंह जे तू सुन रहे हैं ना, अकाल तख्त के सामने जाके नतमस्तक माफी मांग अपनी भुल बख्शवा. ए माफी मांग के भुल बख्शवा सिख कौम का मीण आया. You are asking the Sikh qawm to apologize to somebody.
Last word to Rohan.
शराबी तो माफी.
Rohan, where are you taking this? Rohan.
उस शराबी तो माफी मांगेंगे. What are you talking about? गल की कर रहे हो?
Arnab, I have never seen you so calm in your debate.
1 minute, Rohan, because it's a sensitive issue. Rohan, because it's a sensitive issue.
सुनो, through your channel.
Rohan, yeah, Rohan.
Arnab, I must tell you today, credit goes to you that because of the sensitivity of the issue, you have been the calmest in all the debates I have seen you. Because the blatant lies what Aam Aadmi Party Pravakta speaking, Aman is a young guy, but today I have seen that he's completely helpless, completely baseless. He could not counter with a single point. Yes, it is difficult to counter such allegations, my friend. You are losing, please. I never spoke it between Aman. You are a young guy. You should not lose your personal credibility by coming to debate on such issues.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take this. You can send us your reactions on whether you think Bhagwant Maan should quit. It's a sensitive time for the Aam Aadmi Party and for its government in Punjab. We're tracking the story investigatively, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील.
So please settle down now for a day of powerful conversations, extraordinary stories, and defining perspectives. Because the Republic Summit is not merely a forum to discuss India's future, it is a front row seat to the people, ideas, and institutions that are helping build it. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Republic Summit 2026. Welcome to Great Power India, Nation First. I'd like to now invite Republic Media Network's founder and editor-in-chief, Mr. Arnab Goswami, along with Shri Rakesh Agarwal, IG CRPF, Shri Ashok Kumar, Commandant 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, and Sub-Inspector Rudresh Singh, 210 Cobra Battalion, CRPF, to please come up on stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause as they come up. These are the people on the ground who've earned their accolades, as we request them to please move towards the ceremonial lamp and light it.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है।
Sir, what about safety from fire? केबल कौन सा लगाया है?
अरे केबल का क्या है, कोई भी चलता है।
यही चलता है, बाद में जलता है। 90% of the electrical fires are caused due to short circuit. Give lot of importance to consider fire safe cable. Ignamo, the fire safe cables from Dravid. Remember, business is safe if your cable is fire safe.
Armed forces at the borders, you know who the enemy is. The enemy is defined, right? You know who the enemy is. But in the case of internal security, I wanted to ask this.
So please settle down now for a day of powerful conversations, extraordinary stories, and defining perspectives. Because the Republic Summit is not merely a forum to discuss India's future, it is a front row seat to the people, ideas. From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Tonight, another urban tragedy after the fire in Delhi and the Lucknow coaching center fire. A shed collapse and tragedy strikes again in Kolkata. At 8:30 p.m., what is the truth of the live-streamed encounter in Bihar? Why was Bharat Tiwari killed? And at 9 o'clock tonight, Bhagwant Mann, did he try to forge documents to cover up his alleged sins for which the Akal Takht has declared him a Guru Drohi? Is it time for the Punjab Chief Minister to quit on his own? there have been a series of urban tragedies in the month of June. And the latest is what happened today, a little after noon, at an under construction warehouse in Kolkata, in a place called Taratola. Ladies and gentlemen, an under construction warehouse where the iron beams and concrete all fell, and so many people killed, many, many more, ladies and gentlemen, trapped under heavy iron beams and concrete as of us bringing you this broadcast. We are told that there are questions about the construction, that there is prima facie evidence of design and construction flaws. The iron beams, we are told, were not strong enough to hold the weight of the concrete above them. Therefore, this building was always going to fall. The question was only when. Today, the Chief Minister of Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, was at the site as the bodies were being taken out. But the question is this: who approved the plans for this building? Who approved the construction? Is anyone at all responsible for inspecting the site? More importantly, who cleared the engineering building plan? And why is it that if it was indeed done, iron beams became too weak for the load above them? You see, viewers, these pictures we are seeing tonight should not be seen in isolation. Because this entire month we've had wake-up call after wake-up call. And as far as the system is concerned, you see, they announce ex gratia payment. Money is given to the family members of the deceased. It's almost procedural. And then we move on. But should we move on? Or should we not ask why these things happen only in India? Should we forget what happened on the 22nd of June, when 18 people, mostly aged between 20 and 24, were killed after a massive fire broke out in a 3-storied commercial building in Aliganj in Lucknow? We saw the pictures. This building housed a coaching center and a gaming zone. So the people there were very young people. These students were trapped as thick smoke and flames rapidly engulfed the structure. People did not have time to even jump out. Some people did, many couldn't. Are we to look at these matters as unfortunate incidents? Or is it time for us to look deeper and ask, are rules being broken? Are bribes being paid? Is compromise happening all the time, ladies and gentlemen, all the time? Not that there is no respect for the rules. It's just this attitude in India, this chalta hai attitude, that you can break the rules, you can flout the rules, you can save money and risk lives, and life will carry on unless the next tragedy happens. And that is exactly what happened in the Delhi Malviya Nagar hotel fire in the early part of June this very year, a few weeks back. 21 people died. There were horrific visuals there. This was a violation of bed and breakfast establishment rules. Ladies and gentlemen, 49 people were admitted to hospitals, and later came out they could only have 6 rooms, but they had 27. Which means that someone made money. Someone in government made money. Somebody offered money. And in this endless cycle of bribe giving and bribe taking and breaking the rules, in this month alone, ladies and gentlemen, over 50 lives have been lost. Therefore, and going back to Kolkata now, is it time for us to not wake up and ask whether we could be the next victims? How do you know? How do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that places you go to, malls you visit, homes you stay in, shopping complexes you visit, hotels where you stay, how do you know that rules have not been flouted there? I can tell you for sure that there is an air of uncertainty after these repeated incidents. You see, these are not tragedies. These are deliberate urban disasters. And the only reason for all of this happening is, without a doubt, each time there's a blaze, each time there's a tragedy, we call it a tragedy. It's not. It's a violation. It's a breaking of the rules. It's making money and offering money, regardless of how many lives will be lost. as a result of it. In this country, unfortunately, the feeling is unless you get caught, nothing happens. And even tonight, people think this is only a Kolkata tragedy. No, Kolkata was not a Kolkata tragedy. Lucknow coaching center fire was not a Lucknow tragedy. Delhi Malviya Nagar hotel fire was not a Delhi tragedy. These are realities of urban India. We need to wake up to, and someone needs to wield the stick. Let's debate.
A shed collapse in Kolkata. At least 8 people have been killed and multiple others injured. The Army, NDRF, SDRF and West Bengal Police are working against the clock to rescue those trapped under the debris. West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari also reached the spot of the incident. He says multiple deceased people have not been identified yet.
যে আন্ডার কনস্ট্রাকশন যত আছে বিশেষ করে কমার্শিয়াল বা যেখানে জলাশয় বুঝিয়ে হয়েছে আগের কর্পোরেশনের বা সরকারের যে আমলে অনুমোদিত প্ল্যান 31 জুলাই অবধি কাজ বন্ধ থাকবে।